Sledgehammer!
We'd be starting.
Oh my god, yeah, you have
Sledgehammers!
also known as strikers.
Sledgehammer.
And you can get those both flat and also cross-peened.
Who's better than a peen hammer? A ball peen hammer.
Cross peen? That sounds.
I mean, don't even get me started on pliers. You know how many different types of pliers there are?
I can't even imagine. My brain, it doesn't have the capacity for the sheer number of pliers.
Well, you've got your classic needle nose, of course. You can't go wrong with that.
Duckbill.
Classic needle.
Duckbill pliers, wire pliers, serrated and non-serrated, slip joint
Whale
pliers.
I'm making things up, guys.
There's special canvas stretching pliers. I'm trying to think of pliers. There's,
If you like YouTube celebrities, it's Markipliers.
There you go.
Is Josh still on the call?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Surprise.
Physically.
We're supposed to play like D&D or something today.
Yeah.
I mean, was
Yeah.
it pliers that old-timey Dennis used to use?
We're here to study tools.
Oh no, with certain stats in games, you can get a multiplier.
True.
Oh man, did you know that so historically Dennis had this tool that was a combination, like tooth puller, hammer, and it did something else. It did a third thing. It's terrifying.
Julian
looking.
fries.
It's a terrifying looking tool. What was it?
Everything
I need to
barbers
look it up.
do or have done historically is terrifying in some way. Holding razor blades to your throat, standing behind you, talking to you when you can't fight back, leeches, amateur surgery. Barbers are literally the worst.
Nah.
Let's see.
Well played by Johnny Depp too.
Yeah. I don't know what Lee's doing. Oh, okay, he'll be in this again.
Oh, I forgot. It had the worst name.
What?
During the dry season, you huff some wild pliers.
Before the arrival of the white man, wild pliers roamed the Great Plains of America. Western hunters brought them almost to extinction. Lee, what the fuck are you doing?
He won't save you.
You know, somebody who won't leave your restaurant.
Getting
Those are
in-game won't save you.
Pliers.
Hockey pliers.
Occupy Wall Street. Anyway.
True.
Welcome, Lee. Okay, good. We can start now. I can fucking shut this shit down. Okay, so who wants to do a recap?
Tooth
that's
keys.
what we're
Tooth
doing.
keys are the future.
What happened last game?
So you guys spent half the session at the bar.
Are you the one guy who weren't there? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was the one guy who was not there.
We got haunted.
Yes, you got haunted.
Again.
Gem is a Kalashtar,
Yes.
which is awesome. Izo got guilt tripped by his uncle when he went to pick up the beer.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of the pet store came in and, as a thank you, brought food, which everybody very readily devoured. Asked about a glowing bird that you looked for in the Tower Hotel. One of Gem's aliases is wanted for improper use of magic. And you went back to the hotel where Vivi helped some of the Carpenter Guild to speed up fixing up the ball. It's the quick and dirty thinking. Izo stayed behind to sort of clean up the brewery which a dwarf came by and offered to
Buy the bird.
offered to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. So before we start off with you guys in the bathhouse, let's figure out what happened to Laz. So Laz,
Yes.
let me take a look here. Right. So as you're coming to, you can establish 3 things. 1, you're in an apartment you don't recognize. 2,
Okay.
you're in a nice plush overstuffed chair covered with a blanket. And 3, you're wearing only your underwear.
This is
This
hot.
is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I look around. Do I see my clothes?
Yes. So you're in a apartment, and at the far end of it, you can see that there is a fireplace. Your clothes and your gear are all over there. They're hanging up, drying off by the fire. You can see that the apartment essentially has a open floor plan. You have a living area, a little kitchenette that flows into what appears to be a work office kind of thing. There's like a big drafting table. There are several floor-to-ceiling bookcases, scroll racks. There's like file cabinets with very orderly filing going on in there, and there's a staircase that goes up to a balcony. The balcony has 2 doors at either end of it that lead into other rooms.
Are there any clothes laid out for me to put on while I wait for mine to dry?
There are not.
Ha.
Hella rude.
So when we get up, I am going to look out the window and see if I can ascertain what ward I'm in.
You're in North Ward.
North ward.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, am I? Do I have any new injuries?
You do not. In fact, it looks
Not
like your
even.
wounds got patched up.
Okay. Not even a headache.
Oh, you have a headache. You have a splitting headache.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna sort of see if I can open the door.
Yeah, front door opens just fine.
Okay.
When you do,
I'm
you
gonna-
can see parked out front of the apartment is Victor Saint-Domingue's private carriage, the one you borrowed last night.
Oh dear. I've actually got my dagger sort of tucked against my palm,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna sort of see if I can't sneak around the house and see if there are like pictures anywhere so I can identify exactly where I am. I suspect I know where I am, but
Yeah, there's a little bit of art on the walls and stuff like that. You can check out the desk and figure something out there.
Okay.
As you're sort of thumbing through it, there's a box filled with like letters and paperwork and just sort of like it's just various documents all sort of just haphazardly thrown in there. But as you're going through the files, you can see case files for such names as Grimgraj, Duroc the Masher, the Lantern Man. You notice one for Hieronymus Wolf, Namira Stargrave.
Okay.
Mhm.
Back up. What do that I opened that file.
Okay, yeah, you open which one, Stargrave or Wolf?
Wolf.
Okay, yeah, you open it up, and it's just very basic info on his death, being found in Dock Ward, shot with a crossbow bolt. No witnesses, nothing like that. Not much in terms of evidence.
Basically things I already know.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh.
And as you're sort of thumbing through it, you just hear behind you up on that balcony, you know, it's awfully rude to go through a man's papers. As you see Victor Saint-Domingue coming downstairs.
I hold up the file and say family tradition. And
Fair
then
enough.
I set it down. What happened?
That, my friend, is a story that I can only tell you part of. Coffee. Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
they'll start making coffee. So last night, apparently, you were found just a few streets over from the judge's house. You were passed out in the driver's seat, just sitting there in the soaking cold rain. My neighbors spotted you, recognized the carriage, put you inside, and brought you here. I discovered you once I got home. They explained the situation to me. I brought you inside and dried you off.
Really?
Yes. And now maybe you could explain to me why you were passed out on my carriage in the middle of North Ward.
I don't know. Last thing I remember was my conversation with the judge.
Well, I'm assuming it was hypothermia. Driving around in a carriage in the freezing rain with open wounds. Come now, detective. I expect better of you. Although, perhaps I shouldn't. There's the reason I'm the greatest detective, and I'll hand you a cup of coffee.
Laz is going to do his best to keep his face as even as possible, but he's... Sure. What time is it?
Let's see. He'll check his pocket watch. It is 6:45.
Okay.
See anything you like as he's going over to the files? Have you heard about this one? He'll hold up the Stargrave file.
Have I heard about... is that the one with the gun?
Exploding head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This name rings a bell. And I'm going to make a sort of like a may I gesture as I look at the file.
Certainly. I'll hand it to you. As you go through it, apparently the official the official statement is that Namira Stargrave was killed by a rogue mage using some sort of unknown magics, probably thunder or sonic based, given the loud boom.
What's your take?
Cough.
That I haven't quite figured out. I don't know if it was magic. It might have been magic, but I did find a few interesting tidbits while pursuing the case. I've hit some dead ends so far.
What kind of tidbits?
Oh, let's see. He'll tap his chin. Let's see. I found some shards of metal that could have been embedded from the explosion, or may have been a projectile. I'm not certain yet. More importantly, and he'll go over to the... he'll reach to one of the drawers, and he'll pull out a amulet on a length of chain. The amulet's sort of this pewter steel color with an emerald embedded into it. And he'll hold it up to you. I found this inside of Stargrave's carriage. Any idea
I
what
recognize?
You do not. Well, actually, no. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Arcana or History, whichever one's better for you.
Let's see. Probably history.
Okay, go for it.
Either one. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you recognize this amulet. You've seen it in depictions of masked lords of Waterdeep. It's an amulet that masked lords wear that make them incapable of being scryed. It usually is seen in a company with a mantle and a special hood that they wear.
You think someone took out the masked lord?
I think Namira Stargrave was a masked lord of Waterdeep.
How connected would someone have to be to find that out?
That is a very good question. I'm thinking another masked lord might have been involved in it. Those are about the only people who could have figured something out like that. Maybe the Open Lord. So as you can see, he'll like gesture for you to hand it back.
I do.
I'm trying to keep this one under wraps. If you find anything, bring it to me. He'll put it back in his drawer.
I'll keep you in mind.
Thank you.
Haven't run across anything like that yet. But I'll let you know.
Very good. Well, detective, I've got a big day ahead. I've already went through the files, and he'll tap the cardboard box full of like various paperwork and stuff like that. All of this stuff was taken from the fishing plant last night, or the warehouse, or whatever you want to call it. I've already cracked the case and figured out what was going on. I assume you're heading back to Dock Ward. If you could, you just take these back to Tanavast for me. Tell her I appreciate her letting me borrow them.
Absolutely. Just out of curiosity, anything else unusual about these? I have a headache, and I think the long version is going to be a little rough for me today.
About the incident last night?
Yeah.
Well, from what I was able to piece together, they're part of some sort of group called the Kraken Society. They've got cells all up and down the Sword Coast. I'm not really concerned about any of them. Apparently, they were using these eel things to create serial killers as part of some sort of ritual to wake up somebody named Obliteros. Don't know who that is. Never heard of it. And they had some guards on their payroll, some city watchmen. Don't get too excited. I see that look in your eye. They don't name names. But apparently they were paying them off by rounding up transients, refugees, things like that, beggars, people who wouldn't be missed, and selling them off to some third party.
Say
So
anything
that
about
third
the third party?
pays them for people. They use that money to pay the guards. The guards overlook their murderous little inclinations.
Most of that. Okay. Thanks for the.
They even apparently attacked it, or they managed to swindle a ship named the Swallowtail.
Oh.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Apparently, some of their more Piscine members attacked the ship as "quote unquote" fish folk, and then the more humanoid versions just sort of showed up and offered assistance, and he'll do like air quotes.
Thanks for filling me in.
No problem. Anyway, if you don't mind, I've got work to do. Grab your things. I've got to be out.
Yeah, I will sort of gather up my things and get myself cleaned up. I'm sorry, just sort of get dressed and leave.
Okay. Meanwhile, well, not meanwhile, but we'll cut to the rest of you in a bathhouse or spa or whatever.
Oh, yes.
Why don't you guys tell me about it? What's the spa like? Where is it? Any details?
Well, I'm
I
sure
don't
Gemheim knows many bathhouses around Seaward.
Mm-hmm.
It
All of
smells
them,
like
most likely.
lavender.
Okay.
Definitely find. You like lavender? We'll get all the oils, yes.
Oh, those
I've
are just
been to
not.
a bathhouse before.
Yeah, it's great in here.
The baths aren't deep enough.
Oh, they're not deep enough indeed. Oh, you think this is deep? You should see the bathhouses in Mastika, carved in the side of limestone mountains.
That sounds
But this is nice
fantastic.
stuff.
I will have to join you there one day, my
Oh,
good
it's like
king.
exotic fishes swimming about your toes, all manner of just prawns and, slaves fanning you the whole time is fantastic.
I don't know about the
Kenny,
fishies touching my feet. Yeah.
It's great for your skin and fur. They knit all the dead skin and all the dead hairs off. It's fantastic.
You
King, when
shouldn't
you going
have
back there?
slaves.
Oh, I don't know. Whenever I'm done with this place, I figure.
Iso said something about slaves.
You shouldn't have slaves. It's
I
not
mean,
right.
it's a different country. I don't think you could stop them all from having slaves all at once.
It's still not right.
Well, I mean, what else would they do? Toil the fields? They have it pretty good over there.
If you're gonna be a slave, a bathhouse slave is probably the way to go.
Amen. And I try and high five Jim.
Oh yeah. I hate this character I play. I just need to say that.
I mean, you don't have to agree with King if you don't want to.
No, Jemheim wouldn't really care, I think. Not yet.
Slavery, fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
to be fair,
great.
King's view of slavery is purely what he saw in like palaces and stuff. He doesn't quite have a feel for how bad it actually is.
Anyway,
They were all smiling all the time, so they had to have been happy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
every time I saw one not smile, they got a job somewhere else. I assume I didn't see them much after that.
Mandatory compulsive mandatory voluntary happiness.
Just think about prisoners the jobs.
So you guys get all bathed up. They pour various oils into your bath and stuff like
The
that.
soap doesn't burn.
Where are the little drinks? I swear I saw someone walk by with some. Hey, give me the little drinks!
Coming, ma'am.
Sweet.
After a few minutes, they show up with like a tray full of little drinks with umbrellas on them of every color of the rainbow.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And I grabbed like 4 of them.
Are there any pink ones? Could there be a pink one?
Pink. Oh, yes, sir. One watermelon. They start running away.
See, back when I was taken, they would have already had a pink one.
And a pint.
Maybe they missed that one. Hey, you want one of
Comes
these?
back with a pink one.
And a pint.
Lovely.
What?
And a pint for my large friend here.
A pint of what?
Beer.
Beer. My good man, we don't have beer here.
Why not?
Oh god.
We have mixed drinks.
Oh, then put like a pint of whiskey or
make it a
something.
double.
Izo, have you ever drank anything but beer? Have you ever tried the more
Fancy,
sweet of the
fruity, girly shit.
liquors? Yes.
No.
He's
You're
sophisticated.
really missing out.
What
Pretty
kind of
much.
exotic stuff do you got?
We have dragon fruits. We have fire whiskey.
Ah, fire whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Bring a double.
Oh, right away. Anything for you, sir? You point to Oz.
I think I saw a play on fire whiskey. It was called Fireball.
I'm getting
After a
drinks.
few minutes, they'll bring drinks back for Izo. Oz.
Oz is already drunk.
Oh, Oz is already drunk.
He was drinking on the way. He was doing something for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Jem will definitely be having some kind of girly, fancy drink.
Okay.
I shouldn't say girly, fancy.
Fancy.
Elaborate.
Apple tea.
Izo throws it back and then so fully submerges himself down in the water. And then comes up so it just is his head up to just below his nose is above the water like a hippo.
Mm-hmm.
There's rubber duckies all over the spa. You don't know where they came from, but they
were
came
not
out of the water.
originally there.
Yep. All of a sudden, I'm playing with some.
This is nice. This is a lot nicer than bathing in the boiler when we clean it.
What?
Is that where you usually sleep or bathe in the boiler?
In the winter when the
Wait.
bay's too cold.
Whoa.
You're knocking
Okay.
butts.
I guess it's warm, at least.
Boiling?
Yeah, and this soap doesn't burn.
Okay.
You see my large fridge? You see my large fridge? Stick with us. You want to bathe like this however much you want.
I mean, we had a shower in the bar.
Come
Does
on,
anybody-
slept there the one
I'll-
night?
Does anybody want to do a little back scrubbing train? Maybe.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
who I'm in.
Got enough of us. Just make a straight circle.
Sure.
Everyone's backs get scrubbed.
I saw this in a gay play.
Gameplay.
Oh, I think I was in the chorus of that.
Yes, I remember seeing you in there. They were fantastic.
It was a good time. I have like a huge brush that's like one of those elongated ones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, who's behind who?
I'm gonna
I think I would
scrub.
try and get behind King.
I'm scrubbing Ezo.
I'll be
Awesome
behind
back.
Jim.
It's a circle, so you know what's really in the back.
Oh. Awesome
All right.
watching.
Alright, I'll give him his bag thing.
All right.
And then they'll leave Ezo getting Jim's bag.
Yep.
Ezo, I'm like scrubbing a little too hard. You think it's weird how strong I am?
Yeah, what should I roll for scrubbing?
Feels great.
Strength checks all around, I guess.
Try and get in there.
Well,
Yep.
Oh,
You're all horrible at this.
Oh man.
so
I'm trying to be too gentle. You don't have any fur or scales. I don't want to like shred your back or anything.
Yeah, now I'm having a similar problem. I don't know what to do with all this fur. It's all furred people scrubbing non-furred people.
I feel like
And vice versa.
and Izo keeps accidentally just like pushing Jim Hine over because he's like pushing too hard.
Heroes
Oh,
of
sorry.
Waterdeep, everybody.
We can't even bathe each other properly.
And that's how we all TPK'd by accidentally drowning each other in the bath.
Why am I in the bath with all the dudes? Who cares?
I wasn't going to say anything. But
I was thinking the same thing. I was wondering if there are any other women in this bathhouse, or is it just all men? and
I
bees?
probably
So
just I probably just got away as a guy. I didn't even fucking know.
you guys can describe it however you want. I was under the impression it might have been a private bath for you guys.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, okay.
How much
like
for a private bath? Jimheim will cover it.
like that,
So
yeah.
actually, you guys are, since you're in Seaward, and you all wanted to be pampered, I decided to send you
yes.
to the Temple of Beauty. So that's the actual Temple of Suni, the goddess of love, in Waterdeep. And it's basically like, technically everything's free, but there is a donation expected. Like, the more services, the
Mm-hmm.
more you give. But it's technically free.
Can I get a can I get a blow dry after this?
I am using all
Yes.
the shampoo around me. I am not going to be reserved at all. Free shampoo, baby.
Is there a happy ending?
Izo suspiciously smells everything before he uses it.
I wouldn't blame you.
When we're done, as we leave, I'll tip him 5 gold, one per head.
Thank you. They all bow. Very generous. Thank you, sir. Come back anytime.
Oh, you know it.
Can I get my toenails
Did I get a
trimmed
happy
while we're
ending?
here?
Probably.
If you want to pay for it, it's Temple of Love, baby.
Yeah, I'll get my toenails trimmed.
That's not what I was. Okay, that too.
When Ezo is soaked, how is he like scrawny under all the fur? How does a water-drenched Ezo look?
Oh, very, very buff.
Still like buff as fuck.
Buff as fuck, but you can actually like see his muscle better now because his his fur is like wet and clinging to his body.
Where'd Oz go? Anybody see Oz?
I don't know. I got lost
Snuck
track
off.
of him when we started the back scrub chain.
I think he went to the other private room, you know.
He didn't drown, did he? He's so short.
Oh shit. Start like
My
jump into the
hair,
water,
like,
look for Oz.
stands up on the
So
back
yeah,
of my neck.
start feeling around in the water, trying to see if he's down there.
Whoa! Oh! Oh!
Sorry, King. Oh, I think I got him. And I pull something up, and I just have King by the tail.
Which did
Oh, that's not Oz. Sorry, King.
Let's just be more gentle next time.
You got it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, can we get out of this scene? What are we doing?
Yeah. That's
What is this game?
This would be a great anime
Ah.
scene.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
God.
You're all quite done.
This would be a whole episode in an anime.
This is
Yeah, it
Well,
would.
let's
Really
get
good
going,
looking.
guys. Another
This is
2
what-
hours. Woo!
this is what I get for giving you guys a bathhouse scene. So so what we're gonna cut quickly back
Can
to
you describe what
Laz.
happened with me?
Do you want to? Okay.
He comes back happier than normal.
Yeah, exactly. Everything with Oz comes out okay.
Comes out in the wash, as it were.
Exactly. Thank you. So Laz, after leaving Saint Domains, you got a big box full of paperwork to carry around with you.
Mhm.
Any back to the precinct?
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
did you want to stop anywhere along the way?
Not hauling this thing, but I am going to want to make several precincts.
Okay.
One thing Laz is going to do is Laz is going to adjust because I was thinking that Laz and Safe probably set up some sort of signaling system shortly after his father died. So he's actually going to adjust something to sort of signal Safe covertly that he wants to meet him.
Okay. So yeah, you get back to the precinct. As soon as you step through the door, you're greeted with a standing up ovation. Everybody's clapping. One of Saith comes up to you and pats you on the back. Well done last night, kid. Went and caught the land and busted the case wide open.
Thanks.
Everybody's just like, congrats, Laz. Yeah, you and Bartle are real heroes. I
Congratulations.
didn't even know they were working with Saint Domain.
Thanks. I gotta deliver this to the captain.
Mhm.
And he's gonna just try to push
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the crowd.
They'll clear out of your way. Get out of the man's way as you head back to Tanavast's office.
Okay.
Mhm.
Open the door, open the door with my shoulder,
Yeah.
elbow, or something.
Yeah, Tanavast is sitting at her desk and she watches you struggle to open the door and struggle to close it the entire time and makes no effort to help you.
Don't care. I
Mhm.
literally just toss the file on her desk.
And
That's
what are
yours.
these for? And what are these for?
Saint Domain thanks you for letting him borrow them.
I know. What am I going to do with them?
What do I care?
Oh, I think you care a great deal. You see, Laz, I need to make some reports. I need to file some reports to various higher ups and other guard captains. The Open Lord wants a report. I need to make copies of reports for any given Masked Lord who wants it. And, there's just a lot of paperwork to go through. So why don't you just She'll pat the box. Take these back to your desk, and get to writing those reports for me. Thank you. She'll go back to doing her paperwork. You're dismissed.
All right. Laz is going to. Laz is going to pick them up, take them back to his desk.
Mhm.
He's going to sort of. Would he be able to like do a scan to piece out, like figure out which ones were probably the important ones that filled in details he would have missed?
You could. Yeah, you can give me an investigation check over the course of like an hour.
Don't like this. Don't like this.
12. You can pick out a few ones. You start jotting some stuff down. About 20 minutes into doing that, Tanavast walks by with a pile of paper, slams it on the desk. Oh, and just look over these for me too. Thank you. So keep walking. About an hour into that, she'll bring back. Oh, by the way, I'm going to need it in triplicate. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that basically happens over the course of the day.
Fucking.
Laz is trying to think. Is there any way that pretty much she's guaranteed that all eyes are on me all day, correct?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So I have. Okay.
Give me an
Okay,
insight check.
All right.
26. Okay,
Hey.
you have a perfect understanding of what Tanavast is doing. She is not concerned about you talking to anybody. She is very confident in everything that's going on. Everything's sunny for Tanavast. She's just being a petty bitch and giving you busy work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will work on this for. I'll work on this for like the morning,
Mhm.
and then at some point, I'm going to get up, and I'm just going to invite a couple people to lunch.
Okay.
Just invite a bunch of officers to lunch. We're gonna sort of disappear.
Okay.
And
Get some donuts.
we both know that last not donuts.
So, yeah, you can do all that. Saith will join you. Anybody else you want with you, or just Saith?
No one in particular.
Okay.
Safe at this point, I can't get him away. So while I expect him to come, I'm not gonna be able to like talk to him like I want. My goal here is just to get out, and while everybody's sort of chatting over lunch, find a way to politely excuse myself.
Oh, and try and just bail from work.
At least for long enough to check a couple things, and then return.
Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna skip over that. We can cover that at another point.
Okay.
But we can assume
that's
that
fine.
you can get all that done and whatnot.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Back to the office. More paperwork. And
More
by the
paperwork.
time it's punch out time, everybody else is sort of leaving. You're finishing up the last of the paperwork. You're about half an hour past the clock because you finished everything up. Start packing up. When Tanavast finally comes out of her office. Inspector, good to see you.
Captain,
Get everything done?
I just sort of gesture at the pile in my outbox.
That's wonderful. Now listen, I've got one more favor I need from you. You don't mind putting in some overtime, do you? No, of course you don't. Listen, I need. We're taking volunteers for running security tonight up in C Ward. You wouldn't mind doing that, right? Castle Ward, sorry.
Of course not.
Oh, good. Light Singer Theater. Be there by 7. You should be out of there by 2, I'm sure.
Great.
You have a good night, Inspector.
Good night, Captain.
She'll
And
head out.
he sort of gestures in her direction.
So we cut back to you guys. You're back at your bar. I'll go ahead and drag you back over there. Yep. Getting dressed and ready for the play, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my beautiful suit.
Yeah, I'm changing my suit to purple, pink.
Pink. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're just standing with my arms stretched out. My nose are kind of draping various cloths around me.
Okay.
Reluctantly getting in the dress, not disguised yet, just in the dress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, canary yellow, big poofy thing, lots of ruffles.
I hate everything about this.
And his office.
That's the bird we're looking for. Oh wait, no, it's just Vivi. Hey, you guys get it? You guys get it? I start nudging the knolls.
She does look like a big bird.
Caw.
Hey D, you know what? You look like a bird. So anyway, as you guys are getting ready and Oz is sort of admiring himself in the mirror, his pink suit, we're gonna flash back to a younger Oz. We're gonna cut back to Oz when he's about, let's say, 10 years old.
Adorable.
You got little. Well, remember, 10 is not quite as young for goblins, so we're thinking like 13, something like that in human years, something like that.
Probably a little older, to be honest.
Little.
Actually.
Oh, okay. Well, 15, something like that.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Okay. So
Same
15.
height.
So about, we'll say 10-year-old Oz, 10-year-old Tort. Let me bring him up, and 10-year-old Nax. All of you are with your Uncle Ord, and you're in a men's clothing store. You're getting tailored for your very first suits, and like Ord is sort of admiring Tort in his black suit, and he's just like, I don't know, solid color's no good. Maybe houndstooth or something. And he starts going through the rack of clothes. Oz, you've got like your first little sort of like you've got like a black suit on. Same with Tort and Dax and all that. And you can see the other two are not very comfortable in these things. They're sort of pulling at the collars and stuff like that.
I'm gonna start like trotting around in mine,
Mhm.
Showing off. Man, I look pretty snazzy in this suit. I can't really.
I
do
don't
like
know. I fucking hate this thing. I feel like all caged in and I can't move around at all. I don't like it at all. I feel like a monkey in this thing.
I feel like I belong. I feel like I belong in this suit.
I'm glad you like it.
Hey, maybe you learn to like it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to this thing. I don't know.
Why are we getting these things again? What's going on?
I don't know. Dad was all obsessed with it. You gotta wear a suit. You gotta wear a suit.
Who died again? I forgot.
Who knows? Probably some sucker. And Ord pops around the corner. Nobody died. And he'll sort of playfully sort of conk each one of you on the head. Now listen, boys. I'm gonna explain this to you. He sits down as he starts going through some dress shoes. I wasn't born a blue blood. I wasn't born with a last name. When my parents came to the city, they had nothing except the shoes on their feet. They worked as cobblers their whole lives. They never amounted to anything. But me, I worked for everything I have. I fought for everything I have. Me, my brothers, my sisters, we came from nothing. And yet we achieved so much. And for our efforts, we were given the name Blue Blood. It is a sign of people's respect for us, of our success, Anavastacha. That name means something. It means you're not just a goblin. It means people can't just dismiss you as you walk down the street. You're blue blood. But with that name comes responsibility. You have a reputation to uphold, a stature. This suit. Goblins don't wear suits, but we wear suits because we're blue bloods. You remember that. You remember what the suit means. How many people had to die? Most of them idiots who got in my way. But some were good people. You think about the sacrifice. You think about the family. And you wear these suits with pride. That's fucking gay, Dad. Nax is like it.
Yes, sir.
Don't fucking kiss ass. Nax is just sort of grumbling to himself. Anyway, I gotta go find the tail around here. He starts walking off. Leaving the three of you alone again. Nax starts nudging the two of you. Hey, look. And he starts gesturing with a thumb over to the changing rooms, the women's changing rooms. And you can see that there are women in there. You see their like feet under the doors. Nax like sort of wiggles his eyebrows. What are you saying?
We can take a peek.
Torrance just like, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Oz, why don't you give me a stealth check?
I have to get up.
It's almost like we're playing D&D on a computer.
Okay.
Okay. Baby, for Baby Oz, that's more than enough as the three of you creep over to the changing rooms. The sort of gap below the floor is kind of low. Like, even if you were to like bend down, you wouldn't really be able to see anything. But like the gap between the top and the ceiling is pretty high. So if you look down, you'll be able to get a good show.
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
I'll do that.
Okay. You could try to give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can scramble, like you can climb up some racks and you can start peeking down. Yeah, you've got humans, elves in there. When you look over, though, as you can see, Tort and Nax are... They can't quite make it, so Tort starts climbing on Nax's shoulders, and they start forming a little tower, like very carefully, sort of like wobbling over to the side, trying to peek in.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, you see. Actually, yeah. Why don't you roll me a d6?
Please don't be a grandma. Please don't be a grandma.
2. Not a grandma. You do see a goblin though, a female goblin. She's changing. You, as you're looking down, and then like something else like sort of strikes you about this girl. She stops and she's like looking around, and she looks up. And she's just like, "Oz, what the hell are you doing?" As your cousin Daz like looks up.
Abort!
It was a mistake. I'm running.
Yeah. Like Tort and Nax like fall over. What's the problem?
Run!
Daz like kicks open the door. She's just got like a coat hanger. She starts chasing after the three of you. We'll cut back to the bar present day. As you guys like finish up getting dressed and whatnot. Anything else you guys want to do before you get to the go to the play? It's about 8 p.m. now.
When is the play?
9.
Not that I can think of.
5.
Okay.
Get some snacks.
So that ooh, snacks are a good idea. Sneak some snacks in.
We're going to play, right?
Yes.
So
Eric,
definitely.
you're
Eric,
muted.
I think your mic's not working.
Yeah,
You're
Eric, you're muted.
In Discord, there you go.
Hello.
Welcome back.
hey.
Hello.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that everybody's aware that I am very close friends with the lead actress in this It's an opera. It's just a play.
So
In
whistle
the
at her,
opera.
right?
What's that? Yes.
Yeah, she's,
Kaylani Wavesilver.
she's hot.
Do we know who gave us this letter? I feel like I just kind of ignored it because they complimented us, so I
It
just
fell
figured
from
it
the
must be
sky,
good.
to be honest.
Yeah, I think it just like fell from the sky into my hands.
That's correct.
That's very odd.
It
Well,
Not
I'm very
suspicious
excited
whatsoever.
to find out.
must have been from a god or something.
That sounds about right.
So what are the rules
probably
for
have a lot
going to a play?
Uh,
What do we do?
be quiet
So
and respectful.
okay.
Turn off
So
your
it's an opera.
stones.
So the singing will be fantastic. The voices of these performers is just exquisite, and this is the best of the Waterdavian, entertainment. This is top of the world stuff right here that we're going to go see.
Is
Is
there
it like
winner?
a strip bar?
Is there somebody to bet on?
No, it's you just sit and watch and enjoy
But
the art.
But it's like a strip bar, right?
No.
And really, the
Depends
best
on the
part
play.
is really the best part of plays is if the performers do bad enough, the king can give a signal and they just get executed on the spot.
I don't know about that one. That's
Is
Really?
there
Do
any
they
keys
do
in
they
this
do that
play?
here?
they don't do.
Do
I don't
they do
think
that?
they. I don't think they do that here.
No.
Not that they ever do any bad, because we always did
They
good,
most
right,
certainly
Jim?
do not. I mean, I've had someone throw a banana at me before, but nobody will execute you. That doesn't happen. No, you
Did-
throw
Yeah,
you
was-
throw rotten fruit. That is what you do.
One
You
of
throw
the
Oh,
one of the
that's-
one of,
that's
one of
our
the gnolls
tradition.
one of the gnolls will chime in. Was their hand stricken from their arm
No.
No.
Nope.
through the streets?
Nope. No pain or punishment.
Just the fruit.
Just fruit in your face.
So
See,
there's no
I just
fight.
assumed that we'd only gone to good plays and just hadn't, happened to go to one that had bad performance. I thought your standards were just a little.
Well, you see, if you
place
do
is
bad
weird.
in the rehearsals, they don't even get you on, so. You
Because
don't
they've
even
been
get to act.
executed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Executed
No.
from the part, not from life.
Which part gets executed off of them?
All of
None
them.
of them. No.
When do
No,
we
no.
cheer?
I'm so
Usually at the end.
Yeah. Wait
the
to the very end to
end.
cheer. I know I said the fruit thing. Definitely don't throw any fruit. This
Don't
is not the place for it.
actually. Don't actually.
If you
throw
want to go to a
fruit.
kind of fruit throwing play, I'll take you to one later. But this is not the one for that.
Yes. we're not
And
bringing
then just
any
look
fruit.
nice and just say good day to folks, and you could say like, "Oh yes, the tenor is fantastic," or "Ooh, the soprano just really is hitting those notes." Something like that will really get you.
Wait,
And
say
tip
that
your
again,
cap.
write this down.
Where's my note paper? Fuck.
I knew it.
Don't worry, just follow my lead.
Don't forget the altos.
All right.
Okay, I got something.
Really good.
Have you seen The Soprano?
Sopranos, no.
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
Wait, what the fuck is a soprano?
It's a type of singer.
High pitched singer.
Oh,
Well, I guess pitch. That's the word. That's the word. I can use that word.
Well,
So
shall
no
we?
betting.
No,
Okay.
no betting.
No betting.
A couple of questions before you go. One, what are you doing with Bully? Coming with? Leaving behind?
He better be coming with. He's an
Okay.
invited guest.
Okay, he's coming with.
I don't think Bully is going to get to go into
Just
the.
put him back
I
in
don't
his
think we
little
have a ticket for
Pokeball, you know?
Bully.
Formal attire is required. Bully
just
is
put a
not
suit
going to
on
fit
him.
with the. I don't.
We
Well,
don't have enough tickets.
we don't. We didn't get him a suit. We should have thought of that ahead of time.
Yeah, we
Wait
did.
a second. Yeah, how many tickets do we get?
You didn't receive any tickets. You were just told that seats have been reserved.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. I can bring my lovelies then. My nose.
What?
Yes, you're coming with.
Man, my frog's coming. If he ain't coming, I ain't coming.
I hope they give us a nice balcony seat. That's
I
what you
mean-
want at these operas. They're kind of the worst seats, but it's really a status thing.
Wait, you don't want to be down in the front to get so you can get the spray of the blood?
Not at this kind of show. Again, if we want to go to any of these other kind of shows, they are there, and I'm.
Let's go to a titty show afterward. Let's go.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Have you seen The Sopranos?
Last question. Weapons. Leaving weapons behind or taking them with or like what?
I'm wearing my regular clothes under
You think
this
Oz is
dress.
gonna leave his weapons?
Yeah.
Uh,
So Oz is taking his weapons. Izo kind of carries his.
Yeah,
I
I'm
kind
gonna
of-
have mine.
what is the standard for like would I usually have like my dagger and its fancy scabbard or anything like that?
They'll frown on having weapons. If you have like a sort of a costume dagger or something like that, like something that's clearly sort of for show or for fashion, they might allow something like that. But an actual sword is going to be frowned upon, along with musical instruments and other like sort of things you wouldn't bring to a movie, essentially.
I'm gonna put mine. I'm gonna like kind of stow mine away.
I'm trying to fit jawbones under the dress, but it just can't like carry it right.
No, not really.
Do they have beer or do we need to bring our own?
You're talking to Gem, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
They'll have beer at something like this.
Okay.
they do.
I
It's not a
believe.
It's not a beer.
Food and drink can be served. Yeah.
And they'll have beer. It'll be really fancy, expensive beer, but it'll probably come in like tall, skinny glasses, not the big.
Just bring your own. Just like stow it away
No,
or something. They
I
don't
don't.
know.
Store the. I don't know about that.
I don't really have room in this new suit for my Stein.
Just
What
fill
a
a bully
flask.
up with
What a
beer,
flask.
like a balloon.
I can carry it for you if you
Well,
want.
of
Like we could put a barrel inside a bully.
Of course, I got my flask. I always got my flask.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave my. I'm gonna. I'll keep my dagger, but I'll hide it.
Okay.
Kinda inside my robe.
I have basically everything but jawbones because he's too big.
I'm
Okay.
bringing
Yeah,
a crowbar.
And I'm gonna have to leave
Okay.
my. I'll leave my
So Oz
drum
has his-
behind as well.
Okay, so Jim's leaving behind all but his dagger. Oz is taking his short swords plus a crowbar. Izo's fine as
Okay.
is. King's
Yeah.
as fine as is.
Yeah,
And
I have
Vivi's
all
got
my-
everything except jawbones.
Mm-hmm.
I have all
Like
my
I have my
gloves
regular
on me,
clothes
too.
under the dress.
Right.
And we're
okay.
stashing a cask of beer into our bully of holding, right?
I'm gonna say Bully probably can't fit a whole cask of beer and like move comfortably.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that would probably not work.
Yeah, probably not. Well, it's a small one probably.
Well,
Because
I'll just bring more flasks.
That's disgusting. Anyway.
I have a
So
fuck
you-
ton of
not the
snacks
flask.
in my bag of holding.
Okay. So Vivi has all of her equipment plus
snacks.
snacks, just minus jawbones.
Do I
Okay.
still
Yep.
have that? No, I ate that blue onion. I don't have that anymore.
Oh, do you have any malted milk balls?
So you guys
Ew.
head out to the theater.
Gross.
Want to take a carriage or just walk there?
I mean,
I
it
see
would
a
be
carriage.
it would be fancier, and would it be less suspicious? Probably less suspicious to take a carriage.
Is it a covered carriage or is it an open carriage?
No, we're going to the theater. We are going to take a carriage.
Covered carriage.
Covered carriage.
Okay,
Yep.
then I'm gonna sit up top with the driver because I can't fit in one of those things.
Okay. So you guys take a carriage out there. Laz, you've been at the theater probably for about an hour now.
Okay.
An hour or two. You've been sort of just they're sort of short on guards tonight. You've just sort of been doing the rounds. You've noticed nobles coming in, and at one point, like some guys show up in a wagon. There's like a half elf and a bunch of bugbears with him. He goes around back, or he asks you where he needs to like deliver a bunch of like stage equipment. They've got like lumber and nails and stuff, tapestry.
Okay.
Mhm,
Pointed
yeah.
in the direction.
Yeah, they go around back to deliver it and all that. And like, I mean, other than the fact that you've been up since 7 and working since 8, and you're probably going to be on the clock until about 2, looks to be a a quiet night, aside from the loud play.
And how long does
when
the
you
play
see
last?
when you see a carriage pull up and with Izo on top and the rest of the gang spilling out.
Except for me, because I'm disguised as soon as we come out.
True, yeah. All the gang except this one girl. What do you look like again?
Long blonde
Maybe?
hair, blue eyes,
Okay.
Uh,
slightly larger breasts. Very slight.
Okay.
Laz is going to breathe a sigh of relief because everybody's there and alive, which is fantastic. And then he's going to sigh because they're pretty well known among circles that not know them now. Like they don't want to know them. So he's going to approach the carriage.
Hey, buddy.
Well, hello.
Hey,
Laz, long time no see.
Didn't expect to see you at the theater.
yeah, didn't expect to be here. He's gonna look at Vivi and say, "What's the name tonight?"
Vanessa Vanderkild. I don't think you've seen this one before. It's gonna kill me.
I don't.
I'm already dying.
That actually gets a genuine chuckle out of Laz, and then he's going to look her in the eye and say, "You and I might need to talk about the point of an alias."
Okay.
You guys, the double V's, kind of obvious.
It's not.
You guys might want to scatter.
What are you talking about? We were invited.
Yeah.
Here for a good time.
We're gonna go in and claim our seats and sit
I hold
down.
up the letter. We got seats.
I brought a cold crowbar.
Yes,
The
and there's
Sopranos, the
seen
Sopranos
The
really hitting the notes.
I give a thumbs up.
Laz is gonna stop talking and just stare blankly at you.
See, they keep on telling me there's not going to be any executions before performances, but I want to see it for myself to be sure.
Jim, did I say that right?
Hey, if they won't do the job,
Yes,
we
well
can,
done.
King.
See, that's what I like to hear.
I don't know how many of the members of the Watch here are on Tanavast's payroll.
Everybody here is volunteers from other parts of the city.
Oh, so I'm the only one from Dock Ward?
Yep, you're the only one she roped into this.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Woo!
You guys are kind of building up a reputation for yourselves, but it doesn't look like anyone from Tanavast's payroll is here. So
That's
just
what
be
fighting in
careful.
the ring's all about. Building a reputation.
Yeah. King and I got a letter from Mr. Victor Saint Domain thanking us, calling us his sidekicks and such. We're going to be joining you soon in the force.
We're about to be
Get fancy
buddies.
badges and everything.
I was gonna start laughing.
Laz is actually gonna cough. He's like, sorry. Long day.
I bet.
All right, you guys, just keep an eye out.
Are you going to enjoy the show?
Probably not. Probably gonna be out here.
Oh, come sneak in with us.
That's a pity.
He's gonna point at Izo. He said, "Say, you said it right. Just wait until after they've sung."
Who?
The Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Yeah, don't say it before they did anything.
Oh.
Yeah, you got
And
it.
then Laz is gonna give him a thumbs up as it dawns on him.
Think of it like a
Right.
like a prostitute. You don't tell them good job before they did anything. Come on.
Well, you got to build them up.
You could
Everybody's
say, I
equal.
heard the Sopranos are really nailing it, or something like that. That might work.
Oh, that I heard they're gonna
Alright.
nail it.
You're
Yeah.
doing great. You're doing
Yeah.
great. People will love it.
All right, guys.
Izo pulls out a little piece of paper and a pencil and is like, "The Sopranos are really nailing it."
So do you guys want to head inside?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure.
Laz is a party pooper and it sort of urges them.
So you've got a little bit of time before the show starts. There's quite a bit of people sort of mingling about in the lobby. They're serving or selling drinks, I should say, and refreshments. If you want to get those, but hang on, I'm gonna pull you over to the page. There we go. So these are some of the people kicking around in the lobby that you can see.
Izo says,
Laz, you're part of this too. You can, as you're sort of mingling. You're still on duty, but you're sort of amongst everybody, keeping an eye on everything.
This lady looks familiar.
This looks familiar.
Yeah, she's an adventurer. I believe.
Yeah.
This looks
I recognize.
Um,
Who is this?
does Laz recognize the?
Oh, me too.
Does Laz recognize any of them?
So Laz would recognize, like everybody would recognize, Kelani Wave Silver. Laz, the only other thing you would recognize is, or notice really, is that this woman right here in the red is, she's being accompanied by knights in wearing like livery of Cormier. So they've got like a purple dragon on them. But other than
Okay. I'm going to approach a member of the watch and just sort of gesture. Did we know she was going to be here?
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and put yourself over towards her, so I know you're interacting with that.
Yes. Okay.
Everybody else, where do you want to go?
Are these members of Force Grey?
You don't recognize them.
I recognize this stone. I recognize this orc lady.
Yeah,
You can give me an intelligence check on her.
we saw her at
Alright.
the that one place with that one hole.
10. You remember seeing her
Oh,
at the
yeah.
awning portal a few days
Yes, that.
Yeah.
That.
The first session.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, a few days ago.
A few days ago.
Don't want to interact with my NPCs. Fine, I'll put them somewhere else.
I
Izo's going over there.
interacted with this guy.
I'll turn over to King and say, King, my good man, you want to meet the most influential people in Waterdeep. Let me introduce you to my good friend Kaylani.
Oh yes, music to my ears. Let's do this.
I'm just with Jem.
So we'll walk over to Kaylani then.
Me
Okay,
too.
so-
Me too. Me too.
Okay.
Say me too one more time, right? I don't think we got it.
Oh my god,
Fucking
great
move,
token placement.
bitch.
There's room for everyone.
There is.
All right, if everyone's doing it.
So you all head over to Kalani, who is currently the real belle of the ball there. I'm gonna cut to Izo real quick, see how this goes, because I think this might be a quick interaction. So Izo, you head over to those guys. You could see that the blonde guy that you could see is an elf. He's chatting everybody up. The half orc is just sort of leaning against the wall, observing, but just staying quiet.
Good day. The Sopranos are really nailing it.
You talking to the blonde guy or the orc?
The orc.
Orc. She looks over at you. I suppose.
I think we've met before. Are you at the bar? The portal.
Listen, pal, I'm not. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Okay. Yeah, aren't you the delivery boy?
Yeah, aren't you with
Yeah.
Force Grey? You were with the guy, the drinking guy.
Yeah, Maloon, me and him, we're drinking pals. But no, I'm not with Gray.
Oh.
She'll adjust her pendant where you can see stamped on it. It's like a red stone, and in black enamel on it, you can see the symbol of a winged serpent devouring the world. Zentarum.
Oh, now I see it, but I was like, oh. My mistake.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Good day.
Have a good day. Thought so. Anyway.
How long am I going to join everybody over here?
Okay. So the rest of you, however, headed over to Kalani. As soon as she sees you, Jim Heim, she's just like, Jim Heim Morrow, is that you? She walks over.
Oh, my dear Kaylani.
Bless my stars, it is.
Give us some little cheek kisses.
Yes, exactly, yeah. As soon as she sees all of your friends, she runs to each of you and gives cheek kisses.
Oh, I'm
Who
into
are
that.
these darling people you have here?
This is just the crew I've been rolling with lately. We just opened a new bar.
A new
Yeah.
bar, you say?
Yeah, I'm getting
Exciting.
into business, believe it or not.
My. Okay, so that's where you've been all these weeks.
Yes, the bar needs entertainment, of course.
Of course. So, well, are you going to stand there, or are you going to introduce me?
Yes, of course. Well, let me first start off with the lovely Oz Blueblood. He's a great goblin and one of the best I've ever met, actually. And he's been just
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lord Blueblood.
He's on the phone.
Yeah.
And here we have Vanessa Vandergilt, a lovely,
Pleasure to finally meet
lovely
you. Oh,
lady.
you are so lovely, Kehlani. I can't wait to hear you. Oh, I'm so excited.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody says that. I appreciate it. I love your dress. The color is simply fetching. I love the ruffles.
Oh my gosh, me too. It is so divine.
You are really pulling it off. I have to say, I could not pull off a dress like that.
Oh no, I think you could pull off anything, darling.
Oh, well, aren't you a charmer? Who are the and she'll look over at King. And who is this strapped specimen?
Yes, this man amongst men. I need to introduce him most of all. You can just call him King.
Charmed, and I reach for her hand.
She allows you to kiss it.
I kiss it, yes.
Mhm.
Jim has told me quite a bit about you.
Oh, I hope good things only. And she sort of like ribs Jim.
As good as it gets.
Fantastic. So tell me, where exactly are you from?
Oh, from across the water, over at a little place called Maztica.
Mastika, I've heard of that. I've met quite a few people there.
Oh yes, got a long lineage back over there. And sort of, put some roots down over here as well.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing you around town.
Likewise.
Are you also involved in this bar that Jim Heim is talking about?
Why, yes. In fact, I'm the principal owner of it. It's called the King's Palace.
Wonderful, splendid. Jim Heim, why have I never been invited to this place? Have you forgotten about me?
No, it's brand new. Believe me, I will invite you to the grand opening.
We're not even open yet.
Fantastic.
And King is really a name that you should
looks at Izo as he walks over.
Oh, and yes, Izo, just Izo, is another wonderful comrade. He's got a brewery. He's made the best beer in town.
I normally don't drink beer, but I am just absolutely charmed by the idea of small businesses. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Izo.
Good day.
So Laz, you're talking with the guards. What was your question? You're asking if they knew about her?
If they knew who she was and that she.
Oh yeah, they'll chime in here. Yeah, she's hang on. She has a handout as soon as Josh finds it. Oh, here it is.
Oh, good. That'll be handy.
Yeah. Hang on.
Last.
Oh, I shouldn't be showing these. But let's start. Yeah, that's Syra Iltarn. She's the ambassador from Cormyr to Waterdeep. I assume those are her bodyguards.
Laz is going to give a nod and paying close attention to the sort of goings on around her.
Laz, give me an insight check.
Okay. Insight check.
You notice she keeps eyeing Kelani and all the people around her. Like she wants to approach, but she's sort of put it off by all these people around her. Meanwhile, Kelani seems to be having a great time with everybody over there. She will have to excuse herself and start meeting other people because there are lots of people mingling about. Jimheim, I'm just so glad you can make it out here. Please, after the show, stop by. We can catch up.
Of course, you know I'll be at any show you're in, my dear. And
fantastic.
We'll be in touch.
Have you met my? I'm sorry. Have you met my co-star? As approaching is a gentleman in a red coat. He walks over. He gives you a big smile, Jimheim. Well, Jimheim Moreau. As Tristan Ashbridge approaches.
You son of a... Oh,
long time no see, Moreau.
Hello. Oh, my dear. And I come in and I kind of go for like a handshake or a hug, and it gets kind of awkward. And
yeah. I have to say, Moreau, I'm a little surprised you make it out here. So last time I saw you, your reputation had gone the way of your wig. Up in smoke.
Oh, always with the quick wit, Tristan.
Yes.
Well, I'm just glad to see that you can follow in a hero of yours footsteps, that being my own, and finally get to star in a show with the great Kelani Wave Silver. I give her a wink.
Oh, trust me. I'm not following in anybody's footsteps, but I am all too happy to take care of Miss Kelani here. She'll take her hand and kiss it. But tell me, Moreau, who's the Dane? He'll look Vanessa up and down.
Oh, I'm no. I'm just here accompanying Jimheim. But it's a pleasure to finally meet the famous Tristan Ashbridge.
Well, thank you. It appears my reputation precedes me. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Vanessa Vandergild.
Tell me, oh, delightful. Vandergild? I've never heard that name before. Are you new in the city?
Oh, yes, quite. Jimheim has been such a doll to show me around.
Oh, my poor dear, I'm afraid you've been swindled. What do you do? This con man here leading you about. Don't you know that you're dealing with second-rate goods when you're with him? Why don't you... listen, all I'm saying is that Jimheim is... Jimheim's a great guy. I'm just saying he's not as good of a guy as I am.
Oh, yeah, so we're all entitled to our opinions, I suppose.
He's been wonderful so far. We'll see you. We'll see you in the show, Tristan.
Oh, yes, I do have the leading role. Jimheim, listen, if you ever want to get rid of the... If you ever want to, knock back a few drinks, let me know. But, Miss Vandergild, are you sure you want to stay with him? I do have front row seats.
Oh, no. I'll be with Jimheim tonight. Maybe some other night, Tristan. Hmm?
Certainly, any night. In fact, how about we meet up after the play? I can show you some of my first-rate acting skills.
Oh, yeah.
Right about that point, a woman sort of walks up in a red dress, blonde hair. She's just like, honey, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yes, Tristan.
But she'll walk up and take him by the hand and just sort of start pulling him away from Vivian. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. Jimheim, allow me to introduce my fiancée, Marilyn Beaumont.
Oh.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay, so you're engaged now.
That's
Wow.
right. That's right. I'll soon be off the market in theory.
In
Well-
practice, too, right?
Of course, of course. Pookums. I was just playing fun.
Really? Engagement for you? Marriage? The whole thing? Wow.
Oh,
By
you
the
are
way,
one lucky girl.
What's
Where-
up, Oz?
You're gonna
Where's-
need luck.
Where is Oz right now?
Oz was with Kalani. Where is Oz? Tell me.
You're drinking beer.
Where's Bully? That's another question.
Bully was stopped at the door. I'm going to assume Laz allowed it to sort of like pass through. Whispered something about like service animal.
Yes.
Service rug.
It's a seeing eye
You're
frog.
seeing eye frog.
Okay, am I blind?
Yeah, but you can still
Or
see
your
those
emotional
racks.
support frog.
Yeah, your emotional support frog. Yeah.
I like seeing eye frog better. That's funny.
Can you take a look at those
Can I
racks
walk up
for
on
me?
this conversation? Can I?
Yeah, totally. Go ahead and put your guys wherever you want to be at any given point.
So we're now chatting with these guys over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's King up to? Just so I know where everybody is.
Oh, I'm still with the main group.
Okay, so you guys are just sort of moving around like a flock of birds or Gallimimus.
Yeah, Ezo's too
Sorry, I watched
uncomfortable.
Jurassic Park the other day.
Ezo's too uncomfortable in this crowd, so he's sticking very close to Jimheim and probably
Okay.
like actually like so close that they keep like kind of bumping into each other.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna be rude and interrupt. So
Totally.
Oz is going to be, picking his nose with his pinky finger as he's walking up to these guys, and kind of listening in, and then he's gonna say, "Hey, you, show boy," and he's,
Excuse me.
people like you really piss me off.
No.
Yeah. What do you have the nerve talking to my friend here, Jem? Acting all snooty in front of him, huh?
I'm sorry. When did they start letting goblins in here? He starts looking around.
There's
Hey, I'm
plenty of
talking to you,
goblins.
buddy.
There's two over there. You shut your mouth, you racist.
Listen,
What has you talking crap to my friend?
your friend. Listen, I've known Jem a lot longer than you have. I'm sorry, I didn't even get your name. You do know
it's
how
not
to.
important.
You do know manners, right?
No,
I'd say you weren't. I'd ask if you were raised in a barn, but you might actually have been. Marilyn will take him by the arm. Honey, please stop. No, Pookums, trust me, I've got this all in hand. Jim knows I'm just teasing, right, Jim?
You better watch out. That goblin may or may not be the Lantern Man, so be careful.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're that goblin? From the papers?
Yeah, maybe I am.
Oh, great. They're like crazies in here.
Honey, please stop.
Oh, you got me so mad. Oz is beginning to take his weapons out.
Okay.
Unless
No,
someone
no.
tries to stop him.
Yeah, Jem will definitely.
Okay.
No. Okay, let's break this. Let's put it off. All right.
Laz, seeing the commotion, is gonna sort of head that way.
All right, Marilyn. Pleasure to meet you. Take care of this man.
Yes.
Good
please
luck.
do.
Tristan.
Yeah, good luck.
It was a good meeting you,
Tris-
Marilyn. Yes, and you too, whatever your name was.
Tristan Ashbridge. I'm sure you'll remember it before the night's out. I had a star.
Ashbridge.
Oh! I swear, you're just like that bitch you used to date. What was her name again, Jimheim? The half-elf girl.
Whoa. All right, buddy. No, you don't call her that word. That's not.
What? She used to call me the same thing.
You watch your mouth.
I'm smiling,
Apparently
but
you
like my
have-
eyes are just twitching.
Yeah, you watch
You
your
need to-
mouth.
You need to walk
Laz-
away right now. You're a little outnumbered with some big people, so I'm restraining this murderous goblin, but I could not. If you don't want me to, I
Laz
won't.
is gonna interrupt and say, "Mr. Ashbridge, you're wanted for."
Of course. I don't have time for this anyway. Anyway, I'll see you around, Jimheim. Miss Vandergilt. Please, call me anytime. And you see Marilyn just, like,
course.
blushes as soon as she says that.
Marilyn, take good care of him.
Get
out of that relationship.
I mean, does she have to? I mean, Laz only really said that he had to go. Maybe she can hang out with us.
Tristan will head backstage.
Does she have a dragon?
I'm pretty sure I know her.
Ignore the dragon.
She's a dragon.
You're saying that now.
She's definitely a
Holy
dragon.
fucking shit, guys.
I hope she eats
Les
him.
is going to sort of nod to everybody in turn, starting with, and then, ma'am, lady, gentleman, and then head back.
Laz.
He's out.
Laz.
Yes.
King.
Last.
This could go on for a
Oz.
while. I'm just walking.
Marilyn walks away like the halfway through, quarter of the way through.
Marilyn.
My fist is shaking next to me.
So,
What the-
time. Do we need to get a pot?
Hold up. Before we get to that, Vivi, what the hell? Why were you flirting with that man?
It's just for show. I'm gonna fucking kill
I
him.
don't care.
Fucking
Your
kill
your persona can be damned. You never speak a good word to that man
him. If
again.
I ever meet a real
That
Vanessa
is-
Vandergilt, I'll punch her in the tit.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
As Les walks by the sort of like
Put a Vanessa Vanderbilt in the game somewhere. 60 episodes from now, I want to see a Vanessa Vanderbilt.
So an awkward moment when Vivi's impersonating her. If you walk in the room.
Think of like the best person ever.
Just a little handling soup to orphan puppies.
This guy was spot on.
Oh my god, yes. Make her like the head of an orphanage or something.
It's actually a really good
She runs
person.
the orphanage and the soup kitchen.
He's writing notes, guys. It's happening.
60
I'm
episodes
making
from now.
notes. Yeah.
She takes care of stray cats.
60 episodes from now will just be next week.
It really will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Maybe tomorrow. At this rate.
Laz, you were keeping an eye on her. You can see that Syra Irtarn, the ambassador, is talking with Kalani. They're having some sort of exchange, and when they part, like they hold hands for a minute, and they sort of like linger on the handhold, and they give each other a look, and then they part and start mingling with other people in a like purposely to keep people from seeing them together.
Okay. Les is going to note, and he's going to sort of mutter to himself, Oz is going to be so disappointed. Or maybe not.
Do you guys? Who wants to go where? Anybody?
So, Jim, tell me, do you recognize the robust fellow with the two ladies at his sides?
With the twins?
Do I
Yes.
recognize him?
You can give me an intelligence check.
Probably not.
Anybody, any native of Waterdeep, can give me an
Yo,
intelligence.
there's like a situation going right now in an apartment complex. There's like people yelling outside. It's kind of get me freaked out. Probably gonna call
Like-
the police.
like screaming.
So,
Oh, jeez.
like bloody murder.
I don't know what's happening. It
Okay.
could be a kid. I don't
Okay.
know.
Damn.
But I'm
Yeah.
calling the police real quick. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Careful.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Those twins are as stacked as Kelani.
Oh.
Shit.
So Jimheim, you would recognize that guy.
I criticaled.
Izo recognizes that guy as Mert, aka Mert the Moneylender. He is a celebrity in Waterdeep. Wow, okay, all of you know him. He's a celebrity in Waterdeep, former adventurer. He used to be an adventuring companion of Durnan, the guy who runs the Yawning Portal. Big, like he used to like lend money, and he's just sort of retired now. He's into the arts and stuff like that. Does a lot of like speeches. He's involved in politics, and Actually, since all of you either critted or got a 20, there's rumors that he's a masked lord. In fact, it's sort of an open secret that he's a masked lord. Who are the people who run the city.
Well, King, you asked. Yes, he's a very, very powerful man. Rumored that he's one of the masked lords of Waterdeep. You know what those are?
Those are the fake kings of the city. Like they rule, but they don't,
Yes.
let anyone know that they're ruling for
Yes,
some
they
reason.
have all the power, but they don't have the. They keep themselves secret. So,
You also notice
such
that Mert is carrying that sword he's pictured with.
so whatever you say to that man, do not mention that, because it is courtesy to keep it secret. But you can position as if you know that he has a lot of power. Just don't say that specific thing, or he might get upset.
Yes, makes sense. Such a strange system. I think we go talk to him.
Laz is
What's Laz up to?
towards. Laz is going to start looking at, surveying the room looking for windows.
You faded out there.
Come close.
Laz is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Laz is going to start looking around the room, lines of sight, windows, things like that.
Okay.
And if he sees any major sort of threat line, he's going to sort of interpose a little bit.
Okay.
But subtly.
I get what you're up to. So the rest of you want to go chat to Mert?
I would like to.
Yep.
I think that is someone who you should meet.
Yes, and you can introduce me.
Well, I don't know him, but I've just heard. I mean, we can introduce ourselves.
That's a good idea.
I'm just watching Marilyn until she gets out of sight.
You see after a little while, like she watches Tristan like talk to every girl on his way back to the backstage, and then she just sort of in a huff like heads to the bathroom.
Maybe we should get that girl poison or something.
No.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
No.
We should.
I can try
Jim,
to
you
make
should
something.
use your wiles on.
As you guys head over to Mert, he like sees you as you approach. He's just like, "Well, what do we have here?" As he approaches, the two girls giggle as you walk up.
Oh, hello. I've heard so much about you, Mr. Mert.
You catch me at a bit of a disadvantage here, so I don't know. I'm afraid I haven't heard anything of you. My apologies. Who the fuck are you? Lord Moreau, nice to see you.
Oh, you may call me King.
Yes.
I'm from a foreign land. I'm fairly new to the city, and I'd like to introduce myself to you.
Mistaken by the dress? That correct?
Yes, thank you for noticing.
So tell me, Lord Moreau, how may I be of service to you tonight?
Oh, well, I
I'm
just
sorry,
wanted...
allow me to introduce my companions here. This is Sonny and Trixie.
He does not tell you which one is which. They both giggle at the same time.
Where do I get
I'm sorry,
one of
Sunny
those?
and Candy. Sorry, Sunny and Candy.
Where do I get a pair of those?
They both giggle very loudly. One of them like leans over to Murray's just like, Lord Mert, they're so funny. The other one like leans over to you, Oz, and she like whispers in your ear, "For 1,000 gold."
I start like looking through my wallet and see if I have enough, and I'm just kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's great.
That's amazing.
Yes, I just wanted my dear friend King here is a new player in town and is wants to get on the good side of those who are powerful and important, and we saw you and if anyone
We could
really-
not resist.
Well, I have often been told I am absolutely irresistible. And the girls just go, "You sure are, Lord Mert. Thank you, ladies, thank you."
So
And
we
I
just
find both of
wanted,
you irresistible. He starts kissing one of them.
yes, we just wanted to extend our services. If there anything you need, we're somewhat of heroes. We've helped Victor Saint Domain solve a case. Of course, he led the lead, but we really helped him.
That was you're that king, and you're that. I think they spelled your name wrong in the papers there, Jim Heim. But so
Oh,
that
I
was
have
the two
many
of you.
Oh yes, indeed. We smashed that ill cult to Illarines.
Congratulations on that, sirs. If I'm ever in need of anybody, I might give you a call. Tell me, is there somewhere I can reach you?
Why yes, we have a new establishment called the King's Palace.
Interesting. Well, then I should have to stop by. Wait a minute, King's Palace.
It's over in
What
Silver
exactly
Time
sort
Alley.
of establishment is this?
Well, we're still. It's going to be some kind of bar with.
Bar, lovely. I
Yep.
love bars.
We'll be serving
The girls say, "We love bars too."
we'll be serving the finest beer and sourdough bread in the city.
Well, hopefully you get a little bit more than that, because quite frankly, that sounds absolutely atrocious. But quite frankly, I'm always happy to see new businesses sprouting up here on Waterdeep. Anyway, if you don't mind, I have to get to my seat. It looks like the show is about ready to stop, but maybe I'll see you all around. Y'all have a good night now. He'll start getting off.
Oh, same
girls-
to you.
The girls follow, as they're following, one will look over her shoulder and wink at Oz, and keep following Mert.
I wink back.
I'm staring at whatever I can see of their asses.
Unlike in those dresses, unlike in the pictures, their dresses are actually quite form-fitting. So yeah, you can basically make out the outline. Laz, as that all's been going down, you've been distracted by a little goblin girl off in the corner, who's keeps staring up at the ceiling, like the corner of the ceiling.
I'm going to follow her and see if I see.
Yeah, you could follow her gaze, and you see up there in the rafters, amongst the chandeliers, is perched a red bird with the tips of its wings are the color of deep orange, slowly fading into greens and yellows.
Huh.
It just hops from candlestick to candlestick. She pulls on a other goblin that's next to her and goes, "Daddy, I want the bird."
No, dear. I'll get you a bird some other time.
"I want that one, Daddy. I want that one."
No,
Does she also wanted to lay gold eggs for Easter?
Somebody
Yeah,
want this
good
shit
salt.
"Daddy, buy me the bird."
I'm not buying you that bird. I'll buy you another bird later. Come on, doll.
Lass is just gonna sort of snort because he was going to give her some bread, but once he heard her, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. And then sort of keep on his sort of patrol.
Okay. Yeah. So that's because I've moved them, Ryan. So hang on, I forgot to make them visible to people again. There you
Oh.
go. But they but right about this point, you hear the music starting up. You guys are in a bit of an awkward position in that you don't actually know where your seats are. Somebody an attendant will come up to you. "I'm sorry, folks. We're seating now. They're. I mean, where are you?"
Well, we
Hold up the
they
letter.
said there were seats reserved for us, so we're not
Seats
quite
reserved.
sure of the numbers.
Oh, okay. You're box 5. Oh, thank God. Okay, follow me. And they'll start taking you in. They'll start leading you up some steps. As you're heading up the steps, you see coming through the front doors, hustling in, are 2 more people. Looks like they arrived late, but they're busy rushing in to their seats. Some of you, namely Jimheim and Vivi, would recognize these 2. but they come rushing in.
I will like immediately hide my face.
I mean,
and
I'm
turn
disguised.
the other direction.
Fortunately, they're in a big rush, so they're not even paying attention.
God, Vivi's mom's got to go.
Hey, guys, I think it's time
Right.
we get to our.
His mom.
I mean, my dad too.
Yeah.
Now that's
you
gonna
notice
be
that
in my
they're-
head.
that you actually don't recognize, or like their clothes are very sort of avant-garde. You've never seen styles quite like that. Vivi's mother, Kaya, is actually sporting like long dress, and the left sleeve actually goes all the way to their wrist, and then has an accompanying glove to completely like hide her hand.
She's
But
fucking
it's only the
Spider-Man.
left arm like that.
Over
But yeah,
the
they
course
rush
of the
in.
night, over the course of the night, Laz hears something. And see him next, he's VV's mom, and it's gotta
We're
go.
going up.
She's the friendly neighborhood spider.
What you guys over here? But yeah, the music starts swelling up. Let me hang on. My page is loading here for the map.
Ooh.
Actually, while this is loading, let's take a quick 5-minute break.
By the way, in
Oh.
before combat.
For combat.
Oh, by the way, is my frog here?
Yeah, I'll put him
Yes,
on the
you're
map.
seeing
Once
iFrame.
once the page loads.
Okay, thank you.
Also, the Popo ever appear?
Wait, do I have full health? Did we sleep?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you guys should be at full health, all resources, all that stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have any combats or anything recently, right?
No.
Except for me using my disguise. Which, how long has it been by now? Maybe, I don't know how long we've been in the lobby. 10 minutes?
Well, I gave
20 minutes.
You've probably only been in there for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Everybody has at least one good berry.
Mhm.
AKA
Yeah, everybody has
Wonder
at least
Pills.
one good berry. I think Oz has 5.
Yes. AKA Wonder Pills.
Right.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I think the map should be visible to everybody, the full thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to show off my cool map. Okay, but first
Nice
I got
map.
Thank you.
Let's have some
Oh,
combat
wow.
in it.
I don't want to fuck up my new suit.
What about the booth? Wait, this is like the booth thing. With like
Mm-hmm.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, we're gonna get shot.
Yeah, it's a box. We're in an opera box.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get shot.
Fuck. Who's gonna die?
I'm already dead. With my fucking parents.
Sounds very familiar to my other game.
Shit.
Oh man, that was great.
Dude, seriously, outside our fucking hall, I thought that the
Someone
yeah.
was like,
I
Is
thought
everything okay? What?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought
I'm
Did it stop?
unsure.
it stopped. Yeah.
Yeah. From what one of the
Yeah.
neighbors at least that I heard her describe, it's just another neighbor that is throwing a tantrum about something.
I have no idea. But
No one was getting
no,
like attacked.
It sounded like people were getting hurt. I was
Yeah.
afraid to even open the fucking door.
Yeah.
Like honestly, when I first heard it, I'm like, wait, that sounds like Stranger Things. Did
And I'm
we
like,
leave
I
that
know
on?
the laptop's not on.
God.
Did we leave that on? Like it sounded like a fucking movie was playing.
It's like I know
And
the laptop's
lasted
not
like
on.
it lasted like 5 minutes. It was crazy. Like it just kept going.
Jeez.
And it
Oh
was
my
like
God.
top of the lungs. People on the 3rd floor were coming downstairs because it was so fucking loud. The girl that we met that like talked to us, she was from the 3rd floor, and she was afraid because she has a family or something like that. And she's like, "There's families around. You can't do that." I don't know. This lady was either on drugs or something.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's tough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't call the police or anything, but it was like I was about to, until that lady said like, "No, everything's good." It was weird. I have no idea. It was weird.
Well, I'm glad that nobody was actually getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope.
I was
Fucking
scared.
right now, man.
Apparently made it
I
seem
like
like it was a
how,
normal thing, but I'm home every day and I have never heard that.
We're just sitting here pretending to be in a bathhouse.
Oh my god.
So when the stabbing happened, what were you doing again? Well, I was pretending to be a goblin ogling some elf tit.
Yeah, let me write that down.
Like giant elf titties, you know.
Also, I do notice that Marilyn has no one else around her, almost like that's enough space for there to be a big dragon token there or something. Not gonna let the background of the picture go.
Oh yeah,
Where is that handout? I want to see it again.
the dragon lady.
Theater attendees. Okay, there it is.
Marilyn.
So there's Vivi's hot parents.
Fucking
Is she
hot.
gonna be a dragon? I
Jesus
don't know.
Christ. I'd bang my parents.
Astrid is on stage.
Dude, maybe she's a ghost.
It's possible.
The Zentarm is in a box, and so is the lady.
Maybe
We
she's
don't
the
know
demon.
who's in the box next to us.
Maybe she's a ghost.
Maybe some Stranger Things shit is gonna happen.
She's definitely a ghost.
Somebody should lean over and see who's in the box next to us.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get any.
Hey!
vantage point from-
Yeah, stop cheating. Metagame.
I'm not cheating. I'm in our box. I'm just looking around.
Yeah, Jim Hines
yeah,
actually
unfortunately-
just leaning way over.
Yeah, you could lean. You could try and lean over to see who's in your box next to you. Sounds like everybody's back.
Mm-hmm.
I never left.
God damn my fucking roll 20's being super slow tonight. Either way,
That ass.
Kinda bad.
the music starts to kick up, the lights start dimming, and as like the initial chorus starts up, the panel in the side of your box slides open to reveal Mert sitting there with his two girls.
Well, isn't this funny?
Master Mert.
Pleasure to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all the ones who received the letter.
Was that from you?
It was from people I represent.
Oh,
Who do you represent?
I represent a certain organization of occasional clandestine nature. First, before we get into that, what is your intentions here in the city of Waterdeep?
Make a lot of money.
Money, definitely.
Gain some power, some influence. Just gonna make a name for myself.
yes. Just be remembered. I think is a good one.
All of these are perfectly acceptable, perfectly reasonable, perfectly honorable endeavors. But in order for any of these things to truly occur, I think it is important that we keep in mind that Waterdeep has certain enemies, that there are forces in this world who are not so inclined to allowing people to prosper and flourish. There are forces out there that occasionally need to be countered, and these are individuals who my organization is very interested in countering. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mert. I am also a masked lord of Waterdeep, and I happen to be a representative of the Harpers.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
You're a masked lord. Oh my goodness! I didn't
Masked
know.
Lord?
Indeed.
What?
Wait, what
Yes.
what?
You're a Harper?
I am a Harper. Well, more of a retired Harper. Other people are Harpers. I mostly just enjoy myself. Isn't that right, girls? Yes, Lord Mert. Yeah, he suddenly goes, and like starts playing with her, like motorboating one of them. Mert has no shame. Mert does not care.
I
Aren't
wouldn't
those two
either.
Mert, he just goes, these two absolutely not. These are two prostitutes out there.
Can't
The
blame
girls
you for
giggle.
that.
The one closest to you, the one closest to the window, as she's giggling, will hold up one finger and then form 3 zeros behind him.
God damn it.
A single tear will drop from me.
Well, so you want us to become Harpers and fight evil things, or what, threats to Waterdeep or something?
We keep in the balance is a way of thinking about it. Fighting evil is another one. You came highly recommended to an associate of ours, one Rainier Neverember. He spoke rather highly of you, especially you, and he'll point to Izo.
Oh yeah, we broke him out of the cage.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
thought
this-
he was Volo's friend, but he wasn't.
The Zents
But he
had him.
was.
That is correct.
Oh, cool.
Again,
Well-
he recommended all of you. And so my organization contacted you, and here we are. So, gentlemen, are you interested perhaps in joining the Harpers?
What do I get?
Sounds like an adventure.
Yes, us brings up a good question. What's in it for us?
Well, other than doing a kindness for the city of Waterdeep, being a part of the Harpers means you have access to Harper resources. It's good to have friends in this city, as I'm sure you are starting to learn. And he'll sort of look at you with like this knowing sort of glint in his eye. Mert probably doesn't know the fine details of everything that's going on, but Mert can tell a snow job when he reads one in the papers. And he just sort of leans back in his chair and just goes, so again, friends, resources, clientele.
I'm honored.
Is there pay? What kind of things would we have to do?
Well, probably nothing important, nothing too important, nothing major, nothing too dangerous. Just mostly the Harpers are interested in gathering information and making sure that certain nefarious elements don't grab too much power here in Waterdeep. Particularly,
What kind of nefarious elements?
I was about to say, particularly of the Zentarum kind.
Those.
Okay.
Although
Naughty
not
snakes.
exclusively limited to them.
Have you heard of the guy with the crossbow arm?
Crossbow arm? No, I'm
He's-
afraid I have not.
He's a little
Sounds like a colorful villain.
Very.
Okay.
He's not a Zent. He's okay.
Oh, that guy's okay. I get them so confused. Anyway,
They both do stuff and things, you know.
Get paid to fight the Zents? I'm game.
Is there any like particular families out here that you care about joining and not joining?
I'm afraid I don't quite understand your question, sir.
Okay, never mind.
He gives you a sort of puzzled look. Is there a problem, sir?
He hasn't had anything to drink yet, or too much.
do we have to decide right now?
You haven't had
please?
anything to drink. Well, the servants should be whipped through the street.
I
No, no.
know.
Gentlemen, wait up, garçon. After a few minutes, a guy pops like through his curtain. Yes, Lord Mert. My friends over here. Please attend to them. The guy's right away. He comes rushing into yours. I'm sorry. Can I get you guys any food, any drinks, or anything like that?
Cheese plates?
Cheese plate. Oh, right. I'll be right away. Back.
A dozen boiled eggs.
Jalapeno poppers.
Hello, what?
Mimosa!
Mimosa. got that.
It's too late for mimosas. We need
No.
Cuba Libres and jalapeno poppers.
A dozen
His eyes is
boiled
getting
eggs.
wide with all these words.
A dozen
Some of which he
boiled
doesn't
eggs
know.
and a pint of glass and a pint of beer.
I'll just bring you a menu. And he runs away.
I want two orders of your finest wine.
He pops back in. Understood. Wait, when you say orders, do you mean bottles or glasses?
Yes.
Bottles, definitely
Figure
bottles.
it out.
Will do.
You better
Don't-
get it right.
Don't forget the egg.
And a hard-boiled egg.
A dozen hard-boiled eggs.
They all had better be symmetrical too.
The same size eggs.
Yeah. You'll know if they're not.
Damn right I'll know.
The lights finally dim and the curtain opens up. A scrawny kid comes up on stage and goes. He just like starts talking about the pressures of rulership, the duty a ruler has to their people, to a people to its ruler, and says, "In fair maelstrom, our scene is set." And he sort of backs off.
Fuck, this is boring.
Tristan
I know
Ashbridge.
the part
Tristan
about the
Ashbridge comes out on stage, dressed like a storm giant. And you then here's my next question: does anybody here actually speak giant?
No.
Not me.
Would you say
Uh,
Dwarven
I-
is similar to
no.
Giant?
I speak Infernal.
No.
You speak Infernal?
Yeah.
Okay,
I knew Tieflings apparently who were
that's fine. That's fine.
the
But nobody knows actual giants, right?
No.
No.
Not in this game.
Okay, so this is
Nope.
Yeah.
awkward. None of you understand anything that's going to be sung in this play. It's all in giants.
That's typical for an opera, though.
Yeah.
It's
I
true.
tell-
it's
I
Latin.
tell them that's normal. It's about the singing. It's not the. You see what goes on. You listen to the
Yeah,
voices.
between the acting and the music, you should be able to sort of like figure out what's happening.
As soon as somebody starts singing, I loudly say to the group, "Tenor is really good."
Have you seen the 10?
Have you seen The Soprano? As the music
fuck
starts
do
up
I
and
know?
the play starts. If you all want, you can give me insight checks to try and figure out what's going on here. Anybody who speaks Dwarven, I'm going to say has advantage.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
You said insight.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I'm so yeah.
Let's see how lost I am.
Oh, Gemheim knows the footage.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I love that.
Plebs don't get it.
Jem's
Like
seen
it.
this play before. He knows exactly what's going on.
Dude, I'm like halfway into my fucking wine.
Jem's actually singing along.
Yeah, after a few minutes in, the guy comes back with a tray of food. You can actually see it there on the map. It's got 2 bottles of something called Tetherian Violet. And when you pour it into your glass, you can actually see it's a deep red, but when you swirl it, it actually glows with a faint purple light. Roasted chickens, your hard-boiled eggs, cheese platter.
Yes.
By the way,
Pint.
when he comes in and delivers the food, I'm gonna say to him, "Give our bill to the guy on the next one. That guy right there."
The guy just like winds his eyes, and the panel slides open. Mert's just like, "Do what the man says."
I
know both.
I think
Fuck it, let's be Harper's.
Free
Yeah,
cheese.
I like
You
this
dinner?
guy.
Sure.
he just won me over.
I like
We're in.
See,
I'm a
you secret
neutral
agents, Buy
party.
me dinner first. Yeah.
Yeah, free dinner and fight the Zentarum. Sign me up.
So Vivi, Jimheim, King, and Lazarus to a limited extent, you guys are able to discern. The play is about. It's split into 2 parts. In that, one of it is about King Hecaton, a storm giant lord, his 3 daughters, who all sort of like covet his throne in various. Well, 2 of which covet his throne, and one of which is just sort of worried about Hecaton, who is destined to fight Tiamat, who will one day rise from the pits of hell and try to reclaim Faerun. The daughters like scheme behind the scenes and stuff like that, while the third one, the youngest, tries to like save her father in some way. Hecaton, for his part, is weary and worn down from his long years of rule, but is committed to fulfilling his duty, his destiny, and his responsibilities as a ruler.
Is there a
The
giant
other part of
kraken?
there may be.
Spoilers.
The other part of the story focuses on Tiamat, who is played by Kalani herself. And when she emerges, it's like a big ordeal.
Tits. Oh.
Yeah, those 2. She's wearing a like this long cape, this long cloak made of 5 different colors of scales. She's wearing this crown on her head. Each of the 5 points of the crown is molded in the shape of a different chromatic dragon, and is inset with gems of the appropriate colors in the eyes. And it's just and her dress is actually stylized to look like wings folded around the body. And she just you can ascertain she's singing about her long exile in hell, her weariness at constantly having to defend her throne, her need to constantly conquer, destroy, and just sort of terrorize the world, not just because she enjoys doing it, not just because her pride demands it, but because her throne demands it. She has to constantly show strength. Otherwise, another dragon might try to oppose her, or worse, her brother.
This is the one part of the play that I'm actually like paying attention to.
Oh, I bet.
Let me guess, Tristan is King
and yeah.
Hekaton?
Yes.
Kill him!
And,
tear him apart!
Unfortunately, you do recall this place called the Fall of Tiamat.
We could change things up a little.
The first act goes by rather beautifully. If you understand what's going on, even if not, you could probably enjoy the show.
The Sopranos really getting nailed.
Yeah.
No.
Nail that Soprano! Woo!
Oh, sorry.
Nope. That's
Sopranos really nailing it.
Same thing.
Have you seen the Soprano?
Oy vey.
not
But
I mean, Kalan is probably diva.
Have you seen the Sopranos? It's a great show.
But otherwise, the first act of the play goes by spectacularly. After a big show-stopping number from Kilani that seems to be like a triumphant like war cry and march to battle. And the lights dim, intermission hits, and you can see the music stops. People start heading back into the lobby to mingle and whatnot. You've got about half an hour to kill between now and then.
All right, and how long has it been?
Holy shit.
It's probably been like an hour and a half now.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Holy
as long as they're not looking up here at a half hour.
No. Nobody's paying attention to you guys. And you're number one, your box isn't like lit very well,
Yeah.
or like your
During
box is
the
lit in
show.
such that you can't really see anybody. Anybody up there. It's designed to give privacy to whoever's up there.
Well,
Holy shit, that place
That's not
there.
true.
I'm
Our
just gonna
boxes are designed
stay
to
in
show,
here.
to show off. It's all about being seen.
Either way.
I'm gonna stay in
Tell
here.
me, Jim,
in
you
the
know,
back.
you know more about the opera house and all of them we do. Is there any kind of like magic protection separating the stage from, say, us?
What are you trying to say?
would there be something like that at
It's
like a real fancy
possible.
opera
It
house
would
like this?
depend on the opera house, I would think.
An opera house like this could have something like that. You don't see any reason why it would be active right now.
I'm just saying, it'd be really, really entertaining if halfway through his big, his big climax, he just happened to fall asleep and fall on his face for no reason.
Oh God.
Well, we
That
make
would
the
be good.
climax. I don't know how we do that, but
My
I'm sure the
Yes,
climax
no,
is gonna be.
think
All of you
Pretty
can give me perception checks.
in the box.
Holy shit, why am I so perceptive? Can Bully do one too?
Sure. Oh, right. I gotta put bully on this page. Thank you for reminding me.
Also, I was confused. I thought my parents were in the box with us.
Oh no. They're down. They're down in the seats.
Okay, less concerned.
Your box is reserved exclusively for you guys.
Okay.
Harper's spared no expense.
Ooh.
Okay. So everybody who got 15 or above would notice on the other side of the stage, or the other side of the theater, sitting on or perched on the little sort of crenellation in front of one of the boxes is a red parrot with feather tips that are slowly changing colors.
hey,
It's just
hey,
perched up.
hey, guys, look,
that's the bird.
it's the fucking bird right there.
Where's the
Hey, look,
You better not be thinking what I think you're thinking.
dude, fuck this stupid play. Let's get that goddamn bird for the money,
That bird is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
dude.
Oh
That
yeah, good luck
Yes.
getting into that person's
Creep.
box and having the bird
Alright,
not
wait.
fly away and then drawing all the attention to yourselves
So-
as you fall down into the crowd.
No. We could stock the bar for weeks if we had that bird.
Easel, the people in that box over there, you were talking to them.
Yeah.
Your friends?
No. God, no. Zentarm.
Oh, well, we can just kill them now, right? We're Harpers.
No, not
I
in
think
the
that's
middle
part of
of
the
the
job,
play.
We should.
Would I know
protect the merc.
that? Sorry. Would
what
I
were you
know
saying,
that
Laz?
she's? Would Laz know that?
She had a
Apple
Zent symbol on her locket. You can give me a perception check retroactively.
Okay. No.
Yeah, you recognize it. Yeah, you recognize the Zent symbol on her.
Okay. Look. We get the bird. I don't know how. And then we get paid. Get the fucking bird.
Step 1, get bird. Step 2, step 3, profit.
How high up are these balcony seats?
The balcony seats are 50 feet above the stage floor.
Jeez, yeah, that's really far away.
We're gonna have to get into one of those booths.
I think
I
that's
can
about right.
deal with the people.
Might be.
I'm
slightly.
very good at dealing with people. But I'm not good at catching birds. So if I deal with the people, we'll bounce into one of those booths. I'll deal with the people. Whoever wants to get the bird, get the bird.
Wait, okay, what do we have that we can get this bird? Are we just gonna jump and grab it?
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
like going through my pocket. Hold on,
What if we
I don't know
knock
if
the
I have
bird
some.
out?
How
Good
how
luck.
Ooh,
sturdy
can you
is
put
this
it to
birdie?
sleep? Can you put it to sleep?
Ooh, I'm able to put it to sleep.
I think that's the ticket.
Why don't you use
Yeah, I don't
the
have anything.
pulley?
How far asleep?
The range on sleep is like 90 feet, so I can't do it from here.
Well, but we can get
But-
below it, and then it'll just drop right into our hands.
Exactly. In fact, if I just climb down
You do
from
have the
here,
components, right? I'll.
we're sleepy. I got some sand in my
for
pocket
it.
from
Yep.
back at the. Yeah, so
Oh wait,
I am going to. If I just climb down the balcony, down the floor, and just gonna sneak my way over there, I'll get right below it. I can
All
make
right,
fall
I'll come
asleep and
with
fall right in my hands.
I have a crowbar.
I get the laser pointer.
Good.
I don't know how this would help. Do you think birds are attracted to small lights? I move it around the wall next to King.
Ha ha ha. I'm trying to focus.
Oh, sorry.
Vivi, stop.
Put that away.
Now's not the time.
Bird, yes, bird.
Well, do you want to use it? Because I'm going to stay in here.
I'm commanding Bully. Bully, if you see this bird fly by you and you think you can get it with your tongue, latch onto that shit and fucking eat it, but don't swallow. And then let it out after we've come in and captured it. Okay, Bully? You're staying right here.
Blinks one eye, then the other.
I'm gonna perch him right next to the balcony here.
Okay.
I don't know where he is right now, but you know.
I'm gonna go and start. I'm gonna go and start climbing down our balcony down to the floor below.
Okay.
Or just you're climbing down outside of it?
I mean, time is of the
there's-
essence.
No, I mean there's stairs. They're probably
There's people
50 feet,
looking.
man.
We
I
don't
mean,
want to draw any
if I-
attention to the box here.
we don't want to. I don't know how you do it in Catland, but we don't want to just climb up and down the walls. We should walk down the stairs.
Well, in Catalan, we're all quite good climbers. What does dashing affect climb speeds too?
Yeah, it would allow you to climb. Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll dash and climb all the way down.
Well, hold on. Okay, so what is your climb speed?
Let me check that real quick.
The cats can climb. That's true.
20. So if I dash, it'd be 40.
Yeah, so you could. Yeah, so in 6 seconds you can get almost to the floor.
Gemheim just starts running. He's like, "Oh no, I gotta catch him!" And he starts running around, around the stairs.
Okay, so Jim, go ahead and move yourself 60 feet. King is 40 feet down. King, as you're like climbing down, like people, like a lot of people are sort of in the lobby, but there's still a lot of people around here, and they start sort of giving you a strange look. Particularly these two well-dressed people, one in a red dress and the other one in sort of like this peacock-looking thing. They look over and give you like a weird glance.
Yeah, I'm hiding, reclining in the chair.
Just skip the lines,
Yeah,
don't mind.
Vivi, give me a stealth check.
Oh, yikes.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
It's never been so important for something so meaningless.
Well,
Wait,
your parents know.
could I sleight of hand disguise myself in time? I don't know if I could.
No.
Probably
That-
not.
I
No,
don't
not at
want
that
it.
point. I got a
factor
one.
into the stealth.
Yeah.
If I
Fuck
talk
that.
to them, would they be potentially distracted by me?
That's
got
a
a
one.
one.
That's a
Everyone
one.
stop, dude.
You can't
It's a
stop it.
one.
You can't stop it.
So you get
It's
to
gonna
the
happen.
floor there, King. Vivi, you see them, they see you, and they like look at each other. Then they look back at you, look back to each other, and you see your dad like get up
Diamonds.
and your dad like gets up and starts heading for the doors out front.
Oh my god, fuck,
Um,
fuck, what do I do? Oh fuck, what do I do? I gotta get out of here.
Okay,
What
so
are you
King,
talking
you're
about?
Oh, now
Yeah,
that I'm on
I'm-
the floor, good.
Josh, I can't get out of this room. I was gonna.
Oh, that's weird. Hang on. Oh, right, because I still actually have dynamic lighting still on. Okay, hold on. God, stupid slow. Oh, you know, hang on. Sorry, roll 20 being super slow again.
Just in case her dad's coming up that hallway, I want to be running down it.
Okay.
Oh, that'll just. Oh fuck.
I love it. Oh, so good, so good.
I'm gonna disguise
Just crash
myself
into
and
each
walk
other.
off. Fucking anywhere but here. I don't care.
Sorry,
The
I didn't mean to
bathroom
interrupt.
somewhere.
Are you good?
So,
Josh, I don't know how you made this, but it's good. It's fucking amazing.
Thank you. Hey, she's the one who rolled the 1.
Oh fuck.
So I feel like it's a team effort. Quick question, just to remind me, the dress isn't real, right? It wasn't part of the illusion?
No, the dress is not part of the illusion. I'm
Okay.
still like wearing the dress.
Okay,
But
okay, so...
But it doesn't quite fit right. It's a little loose, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Around
that's
the
not right.
upper
That's
region.
not exactly what I'm worried about. Okay, so my
No.
my roll 20 is just being super slow. So what I'm going to okay, so Jimheim, you've gone down the steps and you're sort of in that lobby area, just as Tyrion is coming around. He sees you. Oh, thank God. Okay.
yeah, I'm changing the color of the dress.
Okay. He sees you. Jimheim. Good to see you. He's like walking past you. But he doesn't
Oh.
acknowledge you.
Is he walking like towards the?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
I just kind of start backpedaling.
I already left.
Hello, Mr. Valentine, Lord Valentine. Pleasure to see you.
yes. He keeps walking.
How have you been? How is life? How are things?
Things are fine.
I'm frantically looking
Jim.
for a window.
A window. So the only like all you've seen is the front area. So the windows are towards the front. You're gonna have to like pass your dad
Fuck.
or go through the stands over here.
Just jump down the balcony like I did.
Wait, what about the window that leads to the guy that's above us?
Like, is
on
it
the
like
other
a
booth?
dead end this way?
Wait, how big is
Uh,
that window?
Yeah, how big is that panel? Maybe American.
Okay. So the panel itself is it's designed to like hand things through. You can't crawl through it.
Wait, how do I get
Can
out
we
of here?
try?
Get me out of this box.
No. It's like literally like it's like a mail slot. It's not. Yeah.
What if she like climbs the balcony to get to the other thing?
You could do that. Yeah.
Or go out the window, or sorry, go out the hallway and like walk in there.
Yeah. You could do that.
Does she?
Wait,
I
the
don't know.
dynamic
what-
lighting. Is there a hallway that I can't see right now? I can't.
No, there's no. Oh, hang on. God, stupid fucking. There. Oh, I'm just gonna turn off this. Wait, is dynamic lighting on for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, okay. Let me adjust that. as soon as the fucking option loads.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Just describe what happens. Do you,
Internet.
Yeah, sorry. So what is Vivi doing? I'm not quite clear. You're leaving, but how are you leaving and where are you going?
There's no way. It's not like a circle. If I go that way, the opposite way where he's coming from.
Okay, so you're gonna want to go into the stands essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, you could drag her, couldn't you?
I could, except my page is being super slow. I'm trying to like just turn off the dynamic lighting. Hang on. Actually, like and dragging people around is just gonna make it harder.
Oh,
I'm just gonna turn this off. There we go. There you go. So now you guys should be able to move.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. Oh, because the lines are still on. God damn it.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Oh, whoa.
There we go.
Whoa.
What?
I don't know how to describe what's going on, but I'm gonna refresh the page.
Oh wow. Okay.
Can you guys see the whole map?
No.
Like
No,
the
God
dynamic
damn
lighting was moving with me when.
Oh my
I
god, yeah,
scrolled.
that's happening to me too now. It's like
Okay,
scrolling
that's
with
better.
my.
That's
Oh, God,
better.
that's good.
Fixed it. Okay, good.
Okay.
I still see dynamic lighting.
Oh, okay. I see.
But
The
when I
layout
scrolled
now,
my
that
page,
makes
like
more
the
sense.
lighting said it stayed the same.
Oh,
Same.
weird. Same.
Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I can
that's
see
strange.
characters.
What have I fucking done?
Slowly we
What?
each experience.
Wait, I can see new characters that I didn't see before. Oh, interesting.
Well, if you just refresh, you can see everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I just scrolled out and I can see everything.
Okay. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I see the layout. Okay, that makes more sense. I'd assume that he's probably walking in this direction.
Yeah.
So then
Oh
I'll
god.
probably like see that around the corner and go the opposite direction. Fuck this.
Okay. So while you're doing that, King, you've gotten to the ground floor.
Yes.
Okay, and you're heading over to get to that bird.
Yeah, I mentioned I should probably go around to kind of not get him. Actually, no, I don't care about other people's considerations. I'm gonna go straight.
There you go. Attaboy.
Can I throw Bully on the map because he's still not on there?
Oh, I thought I put him. Okay, yeah. Hang on.
I put him on there.
Yeah. Go ahead and add him.
Okay, he's good.
Thank you.
Let's see here. So I'm gonna dash again, and that'll be 60 feet. Let's see here.
We could just assume you get over there. You're fine.
No, okay.
I'm not doing turn by turn here.
I didn't want to like try and like time it so like whenever I got there, like they had done things. So, zoop.
Okay, so
So I'm
you're
gonna try and
heading,
get right below the bird.
okay, so you're heading over there. Vivi's moving away.
Mhm.
Jim's talking to Tyrion. What are Izo and Oz and Bully doing? And Laz. But
well-
Laz is just like doing his job.
I have Oz on standby. I'm gonna be over the balcony as well, ready to like pick the bird from Bully's mouth if he grabs him.
Okay. And what's Izo up to?
I think I'm just eating eggs, watching the play.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah!
Did you have something else, Oz? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's good. I'm just
Okay.
drinking wine while I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely ordering a bottle of bourbon while we're here.
So Vivi, are you like in a disguise? right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. Same disguise. Dress is red though.
Oh, okay.
Should have changed into a man. It would probably be way easier to sneak by. But whatever.
Well,
Yeah. So,
Didn't
okay, so
think
you're
of it.
heading to wherever you're heading.
Boop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You see
I'm like,
like occasionally you're like looking out of the corner of your eye and you can see your mother in the like down below and she's sort of looking at the box and she's sort of looking around trying to see if she sees you, but she's looking for a yellow dress. And
I'm
so
walking very casually too, like.
Yeah.
Not suspicious at all.
Okay, Laz is checking the lines of sight. Everything looks good. So King, you're over there by the bird, or you're below the bird as it's sort of pecking at the crenellation.
As Vivi runs by, Laz is what the hell?
I love this situation. It's great.
Fuck.
I'm gonna film episode.
Shit.
I'm gonna try and get right.
I love
in
how taking a plot point from Ace Ventura made this moment. Anyway,
This shit's a fucking sitcom.
It really is.
Fucking ass.
We need
so
this.
Graham.
King, you're below the bird.
Yep, I'm holding my hands out in front of me, kind of triangulating as best I can my angle, and
A
I'm going
head pops over the edge. You can see it's this blonde elf guy, and he's just like, "Cuckoo-ca-choo! Look at you! I have to say, we got this nice play going on, but you are the main event, if I might say so."
sleep that shit.
Okay.
Oh god.
We're gonna get in so much trouble.
I fucking love
God.
this game.
So there's no saving throw associated with sleep, right?
Nope, it just let me pop up in the description.
Lowest health, I believe, which
As long as its hit
hopefully
points are less
is
than
the bird.
27.
God, this bird has more than 27 health points.
The bird falls asleep
I hope fucking so.
and falls into your hand.
Yes.
Oh my god, we did it, guys. That's 1,000 gold.
Holy crap!
The
Does
guy,
it affect?
the guy is unaffected. He's just like, now what was that all about? What was that all about, baby?
And I start running back.
Your name's King, right? As you're running.
Oh.
Laz.
I ignore him.
Oh, there we go.
Well, actually, King, put yourself halfway there. Okay, so you're right there. You've got the Boyd with you. Okay, there you go. You got the Boyd. When right about that point, Vivi, so you're on the steps and you have a front row seat as the front doors come blasting open and a bunch of goblins start swarming into the building, followed by a bunch of bugbears and led by a hobgoblin carrying a pair of swords. They start fanning out. People start like freaking the fuck out.
All right.
Oh my.
From Seinfeld to something else.
And to Die Hard, as emerging on the stage is a. Hang on, first off, is a gentleman. I'm gonna go ahead and put his token on there. Bam. I'll show you the handout here in a second. But it is a young man, silver hair. He's wearing armor. But it's not like full plate armor. It's just like sort of metal pieces accentuating sort of leather and cloth. Let's see, theater attendees. Here you are. You can see that he has strapped to his belt is a ornate rapier, and he does it like a very fanciful bow, a little flourish with his hand, as sort of guys start sort of flooding in the back of the stage, rolling out like these big kegs. But the guy just comes out and just bows and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going tonight? Name's Arestian Demarn. I'll be taking control of this show tonight. Anyway, I just want to just consider this, well, I guess there's no real way of mincing words. This is a stick-up on behalf of the Zentarum." And he sort of draws his rapier and sort of starts motioning for his guys to start setting those barrels up along the stage here. So I'll add those. Boop.
Get the fuck out of here! We got the bird. Let's go.
Yeah, let's scrammo.
Let the cops handle this.
Okay,
Mr.
so,
Valentine, really, you don't need to.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys need to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm gonna quickly wolf down the rest of my eggs.
Okay.
Oof.
That's not a good initiative, but you know.
I cannot roll well.
Go, Laz.
I mean, as a group, we did okay.
I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Unless the front doors are blocked.
That's not great
In
at all.
which case, I can't.
Okay, so let me go ahead and start adding tokens. Okay, so Vivi's in a weird place. I gotta move these tokens around. Hold on.
Yep.
See, y'all went and moved. So now I gotta move stuff in turn.
How high are we above the
50 feet?
50 feet.
50 feet? Okay. It's a little too high to jump.
Wait, so goes.
Those guys
I'm
are
still,
there.
I'm still listening to YCM. CM. Okay,
YMCA.
that's the one.
The lighting is still weird for me.
Refresh.
And I can't.
Yeah.
No.
Try and refresh because it shouldn't have
Alright.
anything.
Oh god, he rolled a 22. Ah, crap.
Ah, there we go.
What's the worst that could
Now
happen?
I can see the
Wait,
name.
who else got a 22?
Oh god, yeah, they
Who
rolled
the fuck is
high.
that?
Oh
Wait, who
no.
the fuck is that? Wait, who the fuck is that?
God damn it, Josh. 22 decks? Are you fucking kidding me?
Let's see here.
Hey man, it's a Zentarum.
It's a little
Captain,
description things. It is a renowned swashbuckler. So, whew.
Let's
get
see.
the fuck outta here.
I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything that's visible for now.
Back door over here.
Oh right, you guys are still seeing that shit. So let's modify that again. I just turned off dynamic lighting. Yeah, let's put that back on.
Son of a bitch.
There's a back door back here.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we probably don't know that.
How high are we above the stage?
We could
Above the stage would be 40 feet.
Okay. Still too high to jump down, really. Damn it.
We could roll to see if we think of it. Since we saw it.
I think of what? Sorry.
If there's a back door or not.
Oh, like Laz could tell you that there's a back door.
Oh.
Yeah. Just sort of bang on the wall. Back door.
Actually, fuck this dynamic lighting. It's just gonna slow my computer down.
Are we
Y'all-
doing the
y'all-
back door? Is that the
You'll know
plan?
where everything is.
YMCA.
Okay, so I think that's just about everything. Sorry guys, computer's being slow.
You're
Actually,
good.
ooh, hang on, it's 11 o'clock.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna say, why don't we call it for tonight? Otherwise, because this is gonna turn into a shit show real quick.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
This is a hell of a cliffhanger to end on.
Yeah. You're a monster.
That was great. That was
That's
amazing.
fantastic.
Check the bird at all costs.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Agreed.
Bird.
$1,000 bird.
I
right?
honestly didn't expect you
Dude,
guys to
that's
get
the
that bird so easily.
Dude,
I didn't anticipate the sleep.
The
Yeah.
situation is so funny right now. The fact
Although the
that
bird
we,
did do what I needed to do and get you guys spread out. So
Oh
Yeah,
my
Jemheim
God.
doesn't know shit right now. He's just talking to. He's just trying to stop.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
dead.
I'm the dead
funny.
sit. I'm the dead sitter. I'm the closest to the boss dude up there. Crap.
So fucking funny. I love everything here because it's like there's a bird, the fucking parents are coming, there's a fucking attack happening, all at the fucking same time. It's amazing.
Ryan, I'm happy to inform you. This is my specialty, where like multiple things like
Shit's
explode at the same time. This is
Oh,
literally
yeah.
my favorite part of D&D.
Oh my
Also,
God.
this might be.
He loves setting up either
Yeah.
or like chain reactions so that they go off back to back to back to back to back.
Oh,
I
this
call
is so
it
good.
stacking the powder kegs, and then just like lighting the match.
That's genius.
By the way, they also have big titty bitch. They have Kalani, and they've got like a sword to her throat. So we've got so there's that to keep in mind as well.
Do they have a ass man?
They
Do
said,
have
like he hasn't come back on stage. Like
Fuck.
both of them went backstage during intermission. Ashbridge hasn't come forward, but they dragged Kalani out.
Ooh, that sounds like he is involved with the attack, or if he's not, we can pin it on him anyways.
Oh my god!
Fuck Tristan.
Get rid of all of our rivals.
I mean, Oz would
Fucking
normally
Fred.
just not give a fuck.
As
Big titty bitch being fucking taken.
I can't believe
See,
Tristan's done this to us. We're gonna tell Tenefast right away.
Also, who has all their weapons? And who left them behind?
I have my swords. I don't have my longbow or my short bow, I should say.
I only don't have jawbones, which is unfortunate,
Your
but that's
main weapon.
fine.
I don't have my
That's fine.
spell focus, which is my drum. So
Ooh.
there's a few spells I can't cast.
There is an orchestra
ones,
like
but-
down here, Jimheim, who are currently like frozen in terror. All of which have instruments that you could pilfer.
Grab.
Mm.
Does it
Okay,
kinda...
It's a different instrument, though. Doesn't it have to be?
It doesn't have to be a specific instrument.
Doesn't it have to be his fucking spell focus, or does he have to like?
No, as long as
No.
it's an instrument that he's proficient in.
Yeah, I think the bard
Oh.
can just replace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can use they can use proficient instruments as spell focuses.
know
Just
that.
like King doesn't actually need to be attuned, doesn't need his claw in order to use an arcane focus.
Yeah, but he can get a new one. It just takes an hour, doesn't it?
No. Arcane focuses aren't magical, so they don't require attunement or anything like that.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, you can basically because they're
grab
just
one.
like mundane things. You can just grab them and just swap them back and forth.
Oh.
I haven't made a new one yet, but my only like material component spells I think are just sleep and hold person. And would it be unreasonable to think that I've got like sand and some nails kind of stashed away?
Well,
Yeah,
you could
totally.
probably take a nail from one of the like benches or something if you really wanted to.
Vivi has little bits of metal at any given point, so
Tools.
yeah, you guys totally can have everything.
Check my other spells and see if the other ones have see your message and do copper wire. I could probably get that off of you.
I think this situation's so funny. I love that we found the bird at the same time that the parents saw. Oh my
I
god,
rolled a
so
fucking
funny.
1. I always roll a 1.
Amazing.
At the
Question:
best
If I
parts.
hadn't, if I had not started just climbing down the balcony, would they have not noticed her?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Don't know.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Even
you
if
climbing
I
down
knew
the
the
balcony
answer to
that
that,
called
I
their
probably
attention
wouldn't
to
tell you because it's more fun.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It doesn't matter because those weren't the choices made.
Good answer.
Oh.
I blame
On
you.
the initiative thing, it has the weird. In the
Classic
initiative
dog
thing, it has
fight.
the brackets on my name again.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the fuck's
And,
going
like,
on with that.
I actually like took those out because I found out that those are causing the broken
That's
image
weird.
problem. But I actually don't. Yeah, because I actually try to see where it would be taking the brackets from. Because like on my sheet, I don't have brackets anywhere.
Let me take a look.
So weird.
Isn't there always like a hidden token that only you could see or something?
Yeah, you might need to like delete your token and make it again or something. That might do it.
Yeah, hang on. Let me try that. Okay.
Because I thought we got it like working in the tracker back at a fish camp place.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it keeps fucking up like that. Yeah, here I'm gonna remove it. Wait.
This is a fun session.
Also, just because
Well, thank you. I thought it kind of started off
Yeah.
slow, but I'm glad that everything panned out.
Are you kidding? We started off in a bathhouse.
Yeah, that bad.
Maybe
We
not
started
slow,
off with
just
a
like-
scrubbing, back scrubbing
True,
circle.
true.
That
maybe,
was
maybe slow is not the
Scrubbing
word I'd use.
hot.
That back scrub daisy chain.
If anyone ever asked me like, "What's D&D like?" I was like, "Well, I scrubbed a goblin's back and a bugbear scrubbed mine."
Okay, conditioning. You were scrubbing my back, and I was scrubbing Vivi's back. Vivi was scrubbing Isa's back, and Isa was scrubbing your back.
Yep.
Because that way we were all incompetent. Everyone else's back.
Yes, that's right. The goblin was hiding.
Yeah, I was watching. I was getting a happy ending or something.
Oz likes to watch.
Oh fucking hell, dude.
I just keep imagining that joke from Dodgeball, the kid cleaning the tires and the fat guy watching him with a dog.
Oh god. And he just like got a finger deep in his belly button.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, get nice
Oh.
and flag.
That's
Just give it a
horrible.
sniff.
Fucking hell, that was so funny. The situation we're in is just amazing. I can't wait
Yeah.
to find out what happens.
I almost feel obligated to stay and help too because Mert was like, "Hey, help us fucking whack some Zentarum."
These guys said there's Zentarum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the Zentarum.
but I want
I
to get the fuck out of
low-key-
here too.
I low-key, out of character, think Nyx might be Centaurum, but I don't know. But until I get a confirmation, I'm totally down for becoming a Harper for.
Blonde dude apparently knew who you were. I'm just throwing that out there too.
I mean, if Mert and the Harpers can help me get dirt on Tanavas so I can destroy her life, I am all down.
Well, like Oz is kind of in that similar dilemma because his family's becoming like intertwined with the Zentarum, but
Yeah, but they
he
haven't
actually
joined
doesn't
yet.
really give a fuck because he's like, well, I don't know. He's kind of in like a situation where he cares, but he doesn't care at the same time. So
It's complicated.
it's
Isn't that
very
called puberty?
complicated. Yep. Oz is fucking going through puberty.
Yeah, I'm excited to have
That
a
explains
conversation.
a lot.
I'm excited to have a conversation with the Nyx where just all the faction entanglement just comes up. Because he
That's
doesn't know
funny
who she's
because
aligned
Laz-
with, but
Laz wants to have a conversation with me.
hey, you
With
cut
who?
out again.
With Nyx.
Oh,
Laz wants to have a conversation with Nyx.
Doesn't Laz knows Nyx or something?
Laz does know Nyx.
Didn't that happen when we were at the fight for the first time or something?
yeah, she
Yeah.
knows Nyx. Yeah, they know each other.
Yeah.
She calls him Rover.
She does call Laz Rover.
I'm gonna make like a little paragraph for Oz and put like a bio thing in there because I
Yeah,
haven't
like
done that
the
yet.
more you make for Oz, the more I'm going to be able to do stuff with him. So please do more. It makes it like all that goes for all of you. Like the more you do, the easier time I have incorporating stuff into the story.
Like Marilyn.
Yeah.
Who?
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 Huh?
Yeah, the lady we're going to steal from Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan was from my story.
Fuck that guy.
It's probably
Yeah.
better
Put him on
she
the pod.
doesn't.
Wait, you made Marilyn? I'm sorry
See
that
me.
my terrible creation was imposed upon your creation.
It's
You
okay.
can blame Josh for that.
We don't have a good history.
You guys just make
With
the
her.
dolls. I'm the one who smashes them together.
Just like the kid next door in Toy Story.
I can only tell you
Exactly.
she's a good kisser.
Yes.
That's about it.
Oh hell. We gotta break this up.
So it's
I love every.
Jim can tell.
I mean, her family's not gonna let her stay engaged to Tristan whenever it comes out that he was behind this attack and goes to jail. See, that is the benefit of being so tied up in all these criminal activities. You have things to pin on people.
out of character. Just Charlie, you don't like corrupt cops. This is exactly what corrupt cops do. Just pointing this out.
Oh, I forgot to make a handout for it. But and I forgot to mention it when this happened. But since you all have signed on for being Harpers, you've unlocked a new feature of the campaign.
Ooh.
You have a new ability. You have a new way of spending your inspiration tokens.
Oh.
Instead of using your inspiration tokens to reroll, because you're all part of Harpers, you now have a Harper-specific use for them. You can cash in an inspiration, or you can. Okay, let me rephrase. You can give me an inspiration token that you have.
Okay.
I will have that for future use, but you will be able to control the scene in a small way. With Harpers, let me take a look here. Okay, yeah, with the Harpers, I have it here. You give me an inspiration token, and you get to choose a character who is currently in the scene. That character becomes either a Harper informant or is somehow indebted to the Harpers or something like that. Basically, somebody in the scene owes you a favor, and you can exploit that however you see fit.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Interesting.
So this
And
gives you
then
guys
you
a little,
have
a little control over the meta plot.
And then you have an inspiration token that you can
That
use.
is right. Yes.
I like it.
So the other factions, I imagine their abilities are like that, but they are informant for the Centaurum or the gray blah, blah, blah,
Gray hands.
Or Xanathar.
Xanathar. Charlie, you haven't completed your, or it isn't completely official, but you're going to get an option.
Right.
for the Xanathar Guild. And I'm excited to tell you, so I'm just going to tell you. You'll be able to cash in an inspiration token to bring in 1d4 Xanathar thugs into a scene.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's
boy.
badass.
Yeah, thugs.
Oh,
I've always wanted to
this
have
is gonna
thugs.
be neck deep in criminals.
I'm still waiting to get my job from Tanavas. Yikes.
Dude, we can use it to spy on them. Hooray!
I'm not gonna lie. The first thought I had when we were like, "Let's be Harpers," and I was like, "I'm gonna tell Red Knuckle that I've infiltrated the Harpers."
And for the Harpers, I have infiltrated the Xanathar.
Legit first thought was like, I'm gonna tell Red Knuckle, and then we're gonna have a depart. We're gonna go full Departed.
Like half of us are gonna be triple, quadruple agents at
God.
So if I'm
Cause-
at,
I don't think
someone-
Oz gives a fuck.
Because if someone offers
Yeah.
to put me into the Zentarum, I'll probably say yes to that too. Why not?
so if,
Full
I'm Matt
power.
if I become Matt Damon, who's gonna be Leonardo DiCaprio?
I like the idea of like King being part of like multiple factions and just moving them around like chess pieces. It feels like a very King thing.
The
Puppet
faction the
mastering
king's
them
on is
all.
king.
Yeah.
King's just playing Waterdeep like Skyrim. He's gonna
Yeah.
join all the guilds.
I mean, that's the plan. I mean, like, spoiler, but one of King's long-term goals, or one of the goals I have for him, is to become a mass lord and then just kind of make it open by just broadcasting it and not giving a
So being Mert, essentially.
pretty much. I mean, maybe
Right.
more overt than that, and just like, who determines who's the open lord?
The Mask
Women.
Lords.
Women with even bigger breasts. That's gonna be way more overt, right?
Another question about the mask. Did the mask lords know who the other mask lords are?
They're not supposed to.
Not supposed to. Okay. Because if we could, is it a literal mass? Like okay,
Probably.
they have their
Yes.
meetings
Yes.
and they have their.
So a Mask Lord, when they do their meetings, assuming they meet in person, they're wearing a cowl that completely covers their face and changes their voice, so it sounds monotone and genderless. They wear a cloak over that covers their entire body that gives them like a uniform, nondescript outline or silhouette,
They're gray
and they wear an amulet that keeps them from being scryed.
So
Grey Blob.
really,
So they all look the same, they sound the same, and they can't be spied upon. Also, their minds can't be read unless they allow it.
so
So
really,
Grey Blobs.
the only criteria for actually being a mass lord is getting one of these masks and showing up to a meeting.
That's a way of thinking of it.
I'm gonna be a
Wow.
mass lord. That sounds easy.
Well, shit.
You get one mask and one. You can just get the mask, the necklace, and the cloak, and you're in. You're just mass lord now.
It's like, hey,
Laz,
Mert,
don't
can
tell him about Victor.
I borrow your
Nope.
mask?
Nope.
Mert?
Isn't 60% of success just showing up?
Yes,
True.
you dress for the job you want, literally.
Yep.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill Mert.
Probably like 70 or maybe.
I mean, I'm sure
80%
Mert would be
success
okay with him
showing up.
borrowing it. Like, dude, Mert, I know you don't want to go to this meeting. I could go do it for you. You're
Would you go,
busy
rather go to
guy.
Is a
meetings or spend
council
more time with
Batman,
King
Charlie.
and Kent?
It's amazing.
Yeah. it's just
I like
council
this Mert
Batman.
guy.
They're wearing cowls. They can't tell who they are. It changes their voice. They're all just Batman.
Every third meeting, they just sit in a.
They take turns just like disappearing when everybody like has like looked the other way and like in the middle of a sentence.
Everyone thinks it's.
This is why nothing gets done in Waterdeep, because people are like Mask Lords are always leaving meetings in mid sentence.
Yeah.
Do they have to use like a talking
She
stick
does
to
that.
kind of
I'm not
keep
sure.
it organized? Because them all sounding the same. I imagine if they try to talk over each other, it would become indecipherable immediately.
You have no idea you'd have to get into a meeting of Mask Lords.
Oh, I intend to.
I know.
Oh my. This poor
Where's the
city
where's
of
the code
Waterdeep.
legal? What's the punishment for impersonating a lord?
Is there
I
one?
think it's death.
What about a mass lord?
Is there one?
Well, I mean, if I'm a mass lord, I can just, you can't you can't prosecute the president for a crime. I figure the same thing goes for mass.
It's not illegal if the president does it. It's not a crime.
If a mass lord does it, it's not a crime.
Thank you, Nixon.
I mean, it's not impersonating if I am one, and it sounds like the only, criteria for being one is having the get up.
Oh, assaulting or impersonating a lord is death.
Okay.
So if the masked lords don't know who each other are,
Yeah,
then,
so then...
how does anyone know? How are masked
Yeah,
lords
how do you know if
picked?
you're impersonating them?
What was your question, Charlie?
How are they picked?
How are masked lords even picked? Who knows who's a masked lord?
That's a very good question, and it may be something that comes up in the campaign.
It's something to do with like a fucking what's that fucking?
The amulet actually flies off of dead man.
What's the eyeball thing with all the eyeball things?
Xanathar?
No.
Beholder?
Beholder?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xanathar.
That's Xanathar.
Xanathar.
Yeah, Xanathar
that's
is a
him.
beholder.
But
Yep.
no one knows
And
that,
he's
right?
the masked lord.
He's the one who does it. Duh.
Yeah, nobody knows who the Xanathar is. He's like Diavolo.
Got it.
I know
mean-
because I'm
These are the
metagaming.
There have
I
also
know.
been
We
multiple.
know.
To be fair, he's on the cover of his own book. So
Yeah.
True.
Also, the Xanathar
This is
is
how-
as much a title
this
as
is
it
how
is
bold
a
I am.
name at this point.
Exactly,
There
yeah.
have been multiple. There have been
Multiple
multiple
Xanathars.
Xanathars.
So, if no one knows who the Xanathar is, and it's a title, then that means if I can convince enough people, I can become a Xanathar.
I should
You're not a beholder,
clarify outside of game that like it's not that nobody knows. It's that nobody at street level knows.
So, if everyone above street level is
You're right. All you have to
killed-
do is kill the upper echelons of the Xanathar guild.
Easy.
Easy.
Fucking
Done.
easy.
Done.
Put them on pot.
What if my sister's the Xanathar, dude?
What if my frog is this?
Your sister is Kaiser Sose.
Speaking of, I forget, does the rest of the party know about your sister existing and being missing and all that? Or is that just you and Jen? I don't know.
I think
He-
pretty sure. I don't know.
There hasn't been a scene dedicated to it. I know
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
don't
like
think
I've
Rizzo does a
mentioned
damn
it.
thing.
I feel like
You've
I've
mentioned your sister a couple times, but
I'm pretty
You
sure
know,
everyone
you-
has
I don't know.
heard the name, but
I think you've talked about your sister. I don't know if you've talked about her being missing, though. At least not in game.
But the fact that you have a sister isn't like secret info from the rest
yeah,
of us, right?
no, like I think everyone knows that her sister. Like when Chanavas broke the music box, pretty sure everyone was
We also-
watching,
yeah, we
Yeah.
also
listening to
know-
that,
I think that we know that
putting two and
that,
two together.
that Jim was all about your sister too.
Mm-hmm. And I did say in that scene, I'm pretty sure that I'm like still looking for her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
so
feel like
guess we
people
know
would
that
just
they-
know from previous contact.
context clues.
I mean, I was planning out the scene where I have you make my new spell focus until I can get my main one back from Tanavet. Gonna bring up the whole siblings thing.
We all just secretly talk about it when you're not around, Vivi.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
bunch of jerks.
I actually know where she is. I'm not gonna tell her because it's funny.
I'm still pretty sure King saw her on one of the earliest sessions and just didn't
Yeah.
know or care who she was.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure Vivi doesn't even have a sister. I think it's all just for attention.
Damn. We're getting deep here, dude.
I am my sister.
Her sister's just a divergent personality, and she talks to her sister through random objects that she thinks are sending stone.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
This is getting deep.
Yeah,
My sweet Doppio.
All right, well, I'm going to log off and go to bed, but that was a lot of fun tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm
Yep.
excited for next session too. That's going to be an interesting combat because we are so spread apart, and
To be
I've got
fair,
the most
so are the bad
valuable.
guys.
And I don't have
I
my
hate
main
how hyped we
fucking
are.
weapon.
I overdid it again.
I've got the
I don't
bird
have
in
my
hand,
weapon.
and I'm closest to the fucking swashbuckler boss with 22 deaths. He's
wish
gonna
I could-
kebab me, damn it.
I wish the box wasn't so high up and I could jump down there to you.
Just do a
Yeah.
superhero landing. It'll break like my
yeah,
couple toes.
totally do the 3-point landing.
Yeah, you're in a tough spot there, King. We'll see how it goes.
I still have my feline agility, so I might be able to weasel my way in. There's no good directions right now.
Just come back to the box.
That's my plan. I was actually doing the math, like, towards the end there, like, man, if I dash and feline agility, can I get all the way up? I think I'm just short with how, like, climbing speed is a little shorter than walk.
50 feet. Shit.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Once I.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
Good
night.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Fairly well.
I will catch you later as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Good night.
Not Kyle.
See you next
Sort of,
week.
See you guys.
Okay.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Okay. Haha, I fixed it.
See some of you next week. See some of you in 2 weeks.
Yes. Okay.
See you in
Yep.
2 weeks.
Okay. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done.
Okay. Goodbye.